That's a normal stream for me, though, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day. If I had the mic switched on, would it be a laser stream? No, it wouldn't. It would be a good one. Oh, this is loud music. Jesus Christ. That's super aggressively loud. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. Let me just switch off. Let me just close Discord and close the mountains of apps that I have open. Fucking Christ. Exit. Yes, thank goodness. Right, hold on. Camera? Nope. Still not. Okay, hold on. Yes! Here we are. It's me. Hello. Hello! How's it going, fellas? What's happening? It's gaming time for a little bit of gaming. How's everybody doing today? What's up? It's gaming time. Looking beautiful today. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Like I said the other stream, men don't compliment men enough. You're all looking beautiful. You look incredible, everybody. Let me just turn the music down. It's still super loud. At least it is for me. And that's, you know, something we want to rectify. We're going to do a little bit more Backloggd today. Just a chill Backloggd stream. Which was fun last time. I enjoyed that. The other day, whenever that was, I don't fucking remember. Was it 2 days ago? Was it a day ago? I don't fucking remember when it was. But yeah, Hi James, love the Bolt video. Thank you. I appreciate it so much. I loved working on that video. I'm so happy it's out, and now I can stop worrying about it. And move on to the next project. It'll be great. But I'm so happy that it's out. People are... The response has been generally really good. Everyone's been saying such kind things, and it means a lot on a video that, you know, that I really like making. Why am I dropping what's happening right now? Why is my fucking OBS having a shit? What's happening? It's giving birth or something. What's happening? Calm down. What do you mean turn down your... Fuck you, I've been streaming like this for 3 years. What's the problem? Why are you getting upset now? What's happening? What the hell? Don't know why this is happening, actually. I am dropping a shit ton of frames, though. That's so odd. Encoding overloaded keeps popping up in the corner. That's really strange. I don't know why that's happening. Let me just put my thing out the window. Okay, I meant this pipe. No, okay. Jesus Christ. My air conditioning hose, alright? Let's shut up. Okay, we're good. I just want to cool the room down a little bit. And hopefully we'll be okay now. I don't know what's going on though. I keep dropping frames. My computer's just not liking it. I wonder why that is. Is there something open that's causing this? What's happening? I really have no clue. Do I have something open on this? On what's happening? You know what? Let's have a look at Task Manager. Let's look at my performance. What's taking a hit right now? Is it my GPU, or is it my CPU, or is it my memory? We'll find out. We'll find out. Close off the hentai. Ah, that's what it is. I'm downloading like 6 gigabytes. No. I don't know. I don't know why this is happening. It's fine right now. I'm not getting any spikes anywhere, so I genuinely have no clue what's causing it. That's it. Disney are getting me. Disney are getting me. Well, if it was good, yeah. I also rewatched 2 and Brotherhood retrospective today. Did you really? I'm just questioning because that sounds like a joke. I don't know. Maybe you did. Is it that maybe I'm running out of hard drive space? Maybe that's what's causing it. No, I'm not though. I'm not running out of hard drive space. Huh. Don't know. I don't know what's causing it. All of my stuff is fine. There's no spikes. My GPU is running at 50%. My CPU is running at 27%. That's so low. Why is it telling me it's like encoding overload? I think we should move on. Because I don't know what's causing this, and I think we just need to pretend that it's not. Okay, it just did it again. Nothing. No spikes. Nothing. What? Oh, that was disk C. Hang on, disk C did just hit. It just went big. I don't know. I'm just monitoring it and confused. My C drive seems to be having a hard time. Maybe it's my C drive. Okay, should we just clean it up real quick? Give me a sec. Let me just do a disk cleanup on my hard drive. Where is it? Clean up. Disk cleanup? Windows C drive. Okay, here we go. Yes. Delete all of those. Fix my C drive. Deleting system 32 should work, yeah, true. How the fuck do you stop the microwave from being on fire? I set the microwave on fire once. Really funny story. Actually, it wasn't funny at all. I set the microwave on fire. That's the story. It was horrible. Didn't like it. Didn't enjoy it. The microwave was on fire. Okay, did we zip anywhere else? Is anything else having a problem? It's fine. I really have no clue why this is happening right now. Did I actually? Yeah, I did actually. It was, I can't remember what I put in the microwave. It was a few years ago. I typed dick. There it is, found it. I put something in the microwave that shouldn't have been in the microwave. It started sparking, and I saw it through the window. Good thing I was, like, standing next to it, because I saw it sparking. I opened the door, it was on fire. I was like, oh, that's not good. And then I immediately took it out and threw it in the sink. And it was fine. It was okay. That really wasn't that bad. The worst time I set something on fire, which I know there's multiple times I set things on fire, but the worst time I set something on fire was when I was frying an egg in a pan on my cooker, and I put in oil, the wrong oil, which has a low flash point. I know I'm lagging out. This is fucking stupid. My computer's having a hard time. This is really rough. We're just gonna have to figure this out. And then so what happened was, it just set on fire. What oil? I don't remember what oil it was. It was something that had a super low flash point, so it set on fire super quick. But also, to be fair, I put it on the, so my cooker has like 14 like power settings. You can put it from like 1 to 14, but then it also has like a power mode, which like heats up straight away. But you're supposed to do that if like you've got water in a pot to like boil it really quick. I'm sure most people have that. I clicked power mode for this because I was like, I just want the oil to heat up quicker. I don't want to have to worry about this. Like, I want the oil to heat up quicker. So I pressed power mode, and in about, I don't know, it couldn't have been that long. I left it for too long. I turned back. All of the oil in the pan just went, poof, like fire. Just fire everywhere. And I just shit myself too. It was just after we'd moved in here, so it must have been late 2019, because it was cold outside. There was ice all over, because it was before we got our garden done. So there was ice all over the like dirt that was outside in our garden. I took the pan. First, I threw like a towel in it, like a kitchen towel. I threw it in it. Obviously didn't stop the fire. Obviously caught on fire. Obviously, of course, that's what happened. And then I shit myself. I opened the back door. I took the pan and I threw it outside. It landed down, and because there was ice everywhere, it put the fire out instantly. And I was just so relieved. I was so fucking relieved that it worked and that everything was okay, because that scared the shit out of me. I don't recommend it. For anybody that like might be thinking about setting fire to their pan in their kitchen, I would say not to do it. Elva was at work too. It was just me at home, and it would have been, look, dude, I could have been in a different room. if I'd have been in a different room, like, if I'd have just been taking something and putting it back in the cupboard in a different room, right? I could have burnt our house down. Oh, God. I really could have burnt the house down. And I'm just so thankful that I was, like, in the room with it, so I could immediately deal with it. Because if I wasn't, like, the house could have burned down. That would have been really rough. Okay, I'm just checking some more files here. I've got, so the C drive is working overtime right now. I'm thinking that's a problem. Just give me a sec. I'm just clearing it. I'm just cleaning it. Give it a minute. Okay, let me just close this. There's something on my C drive that's working really hard right now. Is it not? What is going on? Hold on. What is it? My C drive, I've cleared a bunch off of it now. Oh, it just dipped. Okay, we're back down where it should be. That's good. Okay, so it's my C drive, my SSD, which runs Windows, is the thing that's been going kind of mental. But I think it was just because it was getting full. I think. I don't know what's... Like, there's nothing... I don't install things to my C drive. It's just Windows. Windows is the only thing I have on there. So I don't know why it would be losing its mind like that. It seems really odd as a thing that would happen. Like, I can show you it. Like, this was where it was. Now it's dipped down to here. I'm still dipping frames. What is causing that? I don't know. I genuinely have no fucking clue. My Ethernet's, like, going mental, but, like, that's normal. Yeah, I have no clue. This looks fine now. Everything else looks fine. Don't know why OBS is having a struggle with me right now. Everything else looks fine. It looks normal. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not sure why that's happening. I guess we'll just have to... It's literally every time I do something on my PC, it's going encoding overloaded. Why? What's happening right now? I have no clue. Genuinely no clue. This is going to set to slowest. Maybe that's it. Should we change it back to slow? Low latency. Let me apply those. See if that fixes it. I'm unsure whether that'll do it or not. I don't think it's fixing it. It's not. I don't know what's happening. Must be good to have a sink next to you, wherever you are. It must be pretty good. Dude, this is crazy. This is still happening. What's going on? I've set it to good quality. I've set it to, like, what is happening right now? All of my settings are fine. Everything's fine. Computer, please. Just cooperate with me. You know, I'm gonna have to just leave it. And look, if we keep dropping frames, it's fucking whatever. We'll just have to deal with it. It doesn't matter. Wait, no, this needs to go over the side. This is how I had it before, and then, hang on, give me a second. View profile. We keep dropping like to 50 frame. Like, I really don't know what's happening right now. This is so weird. Rank 14 I'll wait to reach a Walker. I'll have to wait. I won't be able to do it yet because I want to make sure that I do it right. You know? Right, here we are. Yeah, we just dropped down to 30. What is happening? My computer's good. Stop. Why is my computer acting like it's not good? Stop freaking out, OBS. What's happening with you right now? What's going on? Is it really Opera GX that's doing this? But it's still not. It's like 4%. Well, it's taking a lot of... Shall I alt? Let's alter it. Wait, hold on. How do we do that? It's this. RAM limiter. Let's limit our RAM. How do I... Wait. Let's do that. Let's limit our CPU as well. And now it can't. It physically can't do it, okay? It can't steal from me. I think we're okay. Do not exceed it. Don't do it. Don't exceed the limit. Okay. Now it physically can't do it. So we should be okay. It's still saying encoding over the... Shut up! Shut up! OBS, stop! What's happening? But the CPU's fine! It's fine! It's fun looking at it! It's okay! You're lying! You're literally lying to me! Everything's fine! What's going on? This has to be an OBS issue. It has to be. It's an OBS issue. It's not a my computer issue. It can't be. Because, yeah, none of this makes any sense. Yeah, just forget this. Forget this. It'll be fine. When was the last time you resetted your PC? Try restarting OBS if that doesn't work. Try restarting your PC, maybe? Okay. I mean, well, the thing is, I've restarted OBS after the last stream, and I've restarted my PC since, so it should be fine, right? Look, we'll restart it after this stream. Frame rate doesn't matter so much for this stream. As long as it's not dropping to, like, 5 FPS, we'll be okay. Alright? As long as, like, this is fine. If we drop a few frames here and there, we'll fucking live with it. This is mostly audio anyway. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter that much. We'll survive. Alright. Okay, so wait, we need to scroll down. People watching in 240p won't notice a difference? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we got to Bioshock Infinite, didn't we? Oh, we did Sonic the Hedgehog, but yeah, we got to Bioshock Infinite. Where is it? Bioshock Infinite! Wonderful. Amazing. This is fine. I'm okay with the things that are happening. Which playing games is worth doing? Look, the thing is, if you start from the beginning of time, you do. Look at all these random games I've played. Fucking Game Room. If you've never played Game Room, you're not a true gamer. That's what it is. Alright, Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Hell yeah, ladies and gentlemen. Look, I really enjoyed Ghost Recon Future Soldier. I don't know if it was quite as good as Advanced Warfighter 2 or whatever the fuck that one was called, but I think it was pretty good. I don't really know. The banter between the main cast was ahead of its time. Wow. Truly marvelous. Okay, May 22nd, 2012. That's here, 2012. May 22nd, 2012 on the Xbox 360. I give this 2.5 star. Pretty good. Pretty good game. It was pretty good. This is quite fun. I enjoy it. Okay, as I followed. Oh, thank God. I'll give you a follow back. Because I know you. Okay. Honestly, I should just follow everyone back because it's fun to see what everyone thinks, but maybe I'll do that later. Okay, so we did, yeah, okay, Max Payne 3. Oh, I played that recently. Okay, that's not. 2.5 stars, pretty good. Yeah, it's like average. Pretty good, decent, fine. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing amazing about it. Middle of the road, you know? I managed to watch the stream before I go to work, which is surprising. Good luck ranking those games, James. Thank you. I truly appreciate the good luck, and I hope you enjoy work, BD666999. Wait, it's Big Dick 666999. I just put that together when I read it out loud. Unless it's not and it's somebody else. That'd be crazy. Oh, we should follow you again. Yeah, it's 5 out of 5. I feel like it's just, like, inoffensive. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said pretty good, because that's not what I meant. Wait, did I just go off of it? I fucking did. Max Payne 3. Okay, I liked this game. I played it very recently. Tell you what, let's figure out when I played it, because I don't remember. Actually, I could probably check. Steam will probably give me better information on that one, wouldn't it? But we can just check when I made my video. Max Payne. For anyone that doesn't know, I made a video on Max Payne last year. July 23rd, let's say that. I could do finished on. July 23rd, shit, 2022. On PC. I give 4 stars. No, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. This game's like really good. Nice. I'm going through, yeah, so basically first thing I'm doing is I'm going through all of my achievements lists on Xbox, see what games I've played, and then just recalling if I can remember how good it is. Then I'm going to do the same thing on like Steam and PlayStation eventually over time, you know. Trials, oh dude. I got this game for free because somebody hacked my Xbox account back in 2000 and... It must be when it came out, so it must be 2009. But I played it well into 2012. But someone hacked my account and bought this game with my Microsoft points. And Microsoft got my account back. I got to keep everything, but they also refunded me the Microsoft points. So I got a free copy of Trials HD, which was pretty cool, to be fair. That was pretty good. And that was nice. Sorry, I have a Pepsi here. Sadly, it's Diet Pepsi because my supermarket delivery substituted it without my knowledge. But that's fine. I will eventually do Letterboxd too. Eventually. If I can somehow track down things I've watched. I don't know. I have a bunch of DVDs. I guess I could go through those and be like, oh, I watched this one once. I don't know. Like, it'd be good to go through all the things that I've seen before in my life. My Xbox account's been hacked a lot of times. Yeah. My accounts get hacked all the time. It's fucking stupid, to be honest with you. I'm always dealing with it. Yeah, I should watch more. That's true. That's very true. I should do that. August 12th, 2009. On the Xbox 360. I give this 3.5, I think. It's very fun. Very addictive. I love it. It's good. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. Is it called that on here? No. Fuck. And the Half-Blood Prince, yeah. Okay, this game, the last time I played it was on Horsey and Fox. It's not as good as Order of the Phoenix, but like... You don't have Backloggd on Letterboxd? Do I really not? Yeah, I fucking do. You're lying to me. I thought I did it. Oh my god, I literally don't. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? I watched it this year too. It's on my... It's in my favorites though. Up there. Because it is. Okay, hold on. Let me log it then. I don't know why I didn't log it. 5-star. In, let's do, let's say May, my birthday. Let's say May 19th. Best movie ever. There you go. Did it. Yeah, I should add the other Harry Potter games, to be fair. Let's do all the Harry Potter games now then. Half-Blood Prince. Okay, June 30th, 2009. This game's fine. Oh, shit. 2009. June 30th. I give it, like, middle of the road. I think that's what I would give it, because it's just like, it's not as good as Order of the Phoenix. But let's do all of them, because I've played all of them. So, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, which is the Philosopher's Stone, like, you know, if you have a functioning brain. I didn't play this version, I played the PC version. How do I find that? Harry Potter and the... Okay, it is Sorcerer's Stone. It has to be Sorcerer's Stone. Okay, that's really fucking annoying. Which one is the one that's on the right console? That's PlayStation. That's Windows. That's where I played Sorcerer's Stone and the other one. The Chamber of Secrets. That's where I played those. I played on PC for the first time. It used to be great fun. It used to take at least 5 minutes to load every time you walk through a door because my PC was shit. Okay, so November 16th, 2001. Probably wasn't when I played it, but... I probably played it a couple years after, but that's fine. I like this one, but it's not as good as Chamber of Secrets, so I think I'll give it 3 stars. I think that's pretty fair. You know, I think they improved on everything in Chamber of Secrets, which I would probably give a 4-star. Maybe. Maybe? Chamber of Secrets is very fun. I love it a lot. So maybe. Let's do Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, which I played on the Windows PC as well. November 8th, 2002. November 8th. I think I give this one 4 stars. I like this one a lot. I think this game's good. I really like this one. I love Chamber of Secrets. I think it works as a really good game. I don't think Prisoner of Azkaban is better, but I do think it's better than Sorcerer's Stone. I hate saying Sorcerer's Stone. That's so cringe. Imagine being born in the United States of America. I played this one on, not this one though, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. I played it on the GameCube. Yes, this one. May 29th, 2004. Okay, yeah, I played this one on the GameCube. I'd give this 3.5. I like this one better than Sorcerer's Stone, but I don't like it as much as Chamber of Secrets. There you go. That's it. That's where I would put it. True, Chamber of Secrets has Jeremy's Soul, which makes it even better. Was a Game Boy Color all my shit. I never played the Game Boy. The first handheld I ever had was a PSP. I didn't play the Game Boy. I knew my friends had Game Boys. They all played Pokemon and shit, but I never had a Game Boy. So I missed out on that for some reason. But I never had a DS. My brother George had a DS, but I like, he played it and we sort of shared it, but I never really played it. I just played my PSP. I never really had a DS, or bothered with it. But that's important because the next game is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which only came out on the PSP, I'm pretty sure. Unless it came out on other handhelds too, but... Wait, what? It came out on the PS2? No, it fucking didn't. What? No, it didn't. Don't lie to me. It came out on the PSP. And only the... Wait, it came out on the PS2? What does that look like? It always struck me as odd. Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, PS2. It always struck me as odd that it only ever came out on the PSP. And now I'm learning that's not true, which is why I thought it was odd. Oh, it's the same game, though. This is very clearly a PSP game ported to the PS2. Because this is not a PS2 game. This is the same game as that was on the PSP. Like, you could tell, this is not a PS2 game. It looks like shit. Like, this is a disaster. Yeah, this is the PSP game, but it's just on PS2. Okay, thank God.
Step through to the next.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so it was just a PSP game. Thank God, I was losing my mind there a little bit. Okay, November 15th, 2005. November 15th. Yeah, look, I'm just gonna... honestly, 2 stars. This game kind of sucks. And you know what? 1.5. This game sucks. I enjoyed my time with it. I had fun with it because I have fond memories of playing my PSP on Christmas Day and playing this. But it was very shit. So that is unfortunately where we're going to put that. Okay. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This one's good. I like this one. But I still don't think I would give it any more than like a 3. I think. Because it's still not as good as the first 3 games were. Yeah, so I think... Okay, June 25th, 2007. So let's give it... on the... I played this on Xbox. Let's give it a 3. Because I have fond memories of it, but I still don't think it's that good. It's not as good as the old ones. So let's go with that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, the only other one we have to do, because we've done Half-Life Apprentice, we've done Deathly Hallows Part 1. Deathly Hallows Part 2. I want to see what this looks like. Because I don't remember what this gameplay looked like, to be honest with you. Okay, I can't spell game. I have issues. Here we go. This is the one that was more like a third-person shooter, wasn't it? Like, you took cover behind stuff and shot your enemies. And it was epic. Okay, this is going on for a while. Oh, yeah, here we go. Yeah, I don't like this as much as the first one. They literally was a cover-based third-person shooter. Dude, this is garbage. Yeah, I don't like this one anywhere near as much. So we're gonna give it a rating. July 12th, 2011. Okay, hold on. July 12th. Let's give it a 2-star. No, honestly, 1 star. I just don't like it. I never had fun with it. I always preferred part 1. Always. Uncharted with 1s. Yeah, if it like was cack-handed and didn't play very well. Ranking games then remasters separately. Yes. Yeah. Because I ranked... Where was it? What was the remaster I ranked? It was Halo, wasn't it? I ranked the Master Chief... Yeah, Combat Evolved Anniversary I gave 2.5 stars. But that's the original version of it. So like Master Chief Collection I would rate higher. The OG I would rate higher as well. That was one with Connection. It did, but I always thought it was really funny. Saints Row the third. Should we do all the Saints Rows? Let's do Saints Row 1. I think I should rate this when I made my video on it. Actually, I didn't mean to click that button. Actually, yeah, let's do when I made my video on it. Because that'll make sense. Which was... Where is it? Here it is. October 22nd, 2021. We'll do finished on. October 22nd, 2021. Saints Row 1. I give it 3.5. I think it's a great game. It's got a lot going for it. It's not the best, and it's not absolutely incredible. But I give it 3.5, I reckon. Because I think it holds up well. It's got a lot of charm to it. It's got a lot going for it. It's fun. I love this. I love this game. I think it's great. Okay, Saints Row 2. I think... what was it? October 22nd? Is that what I said? I don't remember. Xbox 360. I think 4.5. This is a near, like, this game, like, it's, like, I can't give it 5 stars because I would detract points for little things like clunkiness, checkpoints sometimes being annoying, AI being a bit finicky. When it came out, like, the year it came out, in 2008, it was already superseded by a lot of games that were a lot better to control. But God, this game is so fucking good. Saints Row 2 is so fucking good. This is one of the all-time great open world games. 4.5, I think, is absolutely fair. That is a good rating. Okay, Saints Row the Third. Let's move on. I agree with you, Longshanks. That's exactly what I would say. It's a shame they never made another Saints Row game, but there you go. It's made by the Letterboxd guys? I don't think so. Right, Saints Row the Third. Now, I am an outlier in this regard, but most people think this game is just, like, pretty good, decent game. I absolutely don't. I'd rank it 1.5 stars. I think this game is a fucking joke. This game is an insult to Saints Row. Okay, 2 stars. But, like, no more than that. I'm not giving any more than that, because I think it's subpar. It's below average. It's genuinely quite bad. And I mean, I talk about it in my Saints Row retrospect. I talk about why I don't like Saints Row very much. Saints Row the Third very much. I talk about it in that video. I go over all of that, and I talk about why I think it lacked. So, if you want to hear me explain that, then you can. But, that's where I would put that. That's absolutely where I would put that. Okay. Saints Row 4. Oh, shit, it's IV, isn't it? October 22nd. Right. It's very, yeah, it's obviously very inspired by Letterboxd. Which I think is cool. Did you play Agents of Mayhem? I did not, no. Saints Row 4, I genuinely love a lot of this game, but it's let down by the fact that it's so, like, it can't, like, the concept of it is so divided in what it's trying to do. But it is also so earnest in what it's trying to do too. Like, it is so much a Saints Row game in heart, but not mechanically, or like direction-wise, or the point of the game. Like, none of that is Saints Row, but the heart of it is Saints Row. And so, I think 3 stars. Because it's not as good as Saints Row 1, but it's a lot better than Saints Row 3. Obviously, it's nowhere near Saints Row 2. I think I have to give it 3 stars. I think that makes a lot of sense. I think that is where I would put this. That to me makes sense. Yeah, it did come out the same year. Yeah, I remember when I passed my GCSEs, I picked up Saints Row 4 on the same day I passed my GCSEs, and got my results. Because I remember I got my results, and then I went to game and picked up this game, and then I came home and played this. It was like one of the best days ever because I was so stressed about my GCSE results. And I finally got them and I was like, oh, thank God. I passed everything. I could do my A-levels. And then I just played this and it was fucking fun as fuck. It was great. I ran out of breath and then took a drink. And then I realized that I needed to breathe. That was rough. Okay, let's do the prospective Saints Row game that never actually came out. But let's do this one. August 23rd, 2022. I finished it like, I don't know, 31st. And I played it on PC. Okay. Let's be honest here. Let's be honest here with ourselves. Then you went to college and dropped out. Fuck you! That's not what happened. God damn it. Okay, I need to be honest with this game. Because, look, it's easy to just go, oh, half a star. Half a star. But, like, this game is better than half a star. It earns points for doing things. The system of going around and buying up the city and, like, buying places and then doing missions for those to make more money from them, like, it is a good system. Like, it's not a bad system. But everything else surrounding it, the context, the characters, the world, the everything is so sterile. It's so bad. The I believe leads it to be 1 star. I think I've got to give it a star for the job systems in the game. The fact that you can go and you can buy all of these different places, you can upgrade them, you can earn money, you can, like, you know, manage your businesses. Like, that system is genuinely good. That's good. You can go and buy the art store and restore Rome. Yeah. I think 1 star. Because half a star would be there's nothing in this game worth talking about. You know. God of Ragnarok is better than half a star? No. No. Look, I said this before. If I was actually rating Ragnarok seriously, I would probably give it like 2 stars. But I wasn't because I thought it was funny. But this I want to take seriously because, you know, I knew this game was going to suck. Ragnarok should have been a lot better. Yeah, 1 star. We'll give it 1 star. Yeah. That was honestly one of the worst experiences I've ever had playing a video game. Genuinely one of the worst experiences I've ever had playing a game. But the video I made on it was so fun. It was so good. I loved working on that Saints Row video. It was genuinely so satisfying to make. It was such good fun. Hang on a second, I'll just reply to Alba. Okay. Do Get Out of Hell. Oh yeah, I completely forgot about Get Out of Hell. That is a thing that exists. We do need to do that. Hang on. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Just playing Albert. Okay. Get Out of Hell. Okay, Get Out of Hell. Two stars. It's better than... No. 1.5 stars. No, 1 star. It's as bad. It's as bad as Saints Row 2022. For different reasons. Like, it's, you know. It's back, yeah. Yeah, it's as bad as the 2022 reboot. Just, it's for different reasons, though. Yeah. Let's go with that. Good. I think we're good. It's a game that came out, that's for sure. Call of Duty World at War. Alright, we're getting into Call of Duty now. Clearly you can see when I stopped playing particular Call of Duties. That's crazy that I stopped playing Modern Warfare 2 before I stopped playing Modern Warfare 3. But clearly I kept playing COD 4, because we haven't come across COD 4 yet. That's interesting. Okay, let's do World at War then. Okay, Call of Duty. I mean, we should probably do all of them, I guess. I mean, I've never played Call of Duty 1 through 3 properly, so I don't think I can do those. But we could start with Call of Duty 4, I guess. We can start with Call of Duty 4, and go through. So, November 5th, 2007. November 5th, 2007 on the Xbox 360. Hold on, let me just turn down my music. It's loud for me. Okay, where would I put Call of Duty 4? I mean, I'm ranking these, like, these rankings aren't supposed to be, like, comparable, because, like, I can't rank Modern Warfare next to Persona 5 Royal and have it make sense. You know what I mean? It's got to be ranked in its own bubble. So for what Call of Duty 4 was trying to do, how good is it, sort of thing? Like, you know, by saying it's 4.5 stars, for example, I wouldn't be saying it's only half a star, not as good as Persona 5 Royal, because that's not how it works, because that doesn't make any sense. Like, it has to be, how good is it and what it's trying to achieve, I guess. But then that would mean Saints Row 2022 is like a 5-star, because it's trying to be like a shit reboot of Saints Row. But you know what I mean. I think I would give COD 4 stars, only because I know I'm going to rank Modern Warfare 2 higher. And this includes, you know, multiplayer, single player, like all of that together. I think I give it 4 stars, only because I know I'm going to rank Modern Warfare 2 higher. That's the only reason why I would put that there. Okay, let's do World at War. We operate on vibes, exactly. Just do it based on how it makes you feel. Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. It's based on how it makes me feel. November 11th, 2008. November 11th. On the Xbox 360. World at War, I never liked quite as much as Call of Duty 4, so I reckon just a bit lower, but I really did enjoy it. I loved playing it. I always enjoyed Call of Duty World at War. I think it's got good vibes. It's got a great campaign. Zombies, it introduced zombies. Oh, okay, actually, we got to put it higher because zombies, actually. I completely forgot. When I was talking about it, I was thinking about the multiplayer. It's got zombies. The zombies maps on this are so good, too. They're so good. Like, World at War zombies maps are fucking some of the best ones, honestly. Like, when you look back at them, they're so fucking fun to play. Because also, they weren't built around training zombies, like, you know, kiting them around the map. They were built around just surviving. Like, they made it so much more difficult to run around and just have them follow you. Whereas later zombies maps, they always had those spots where you could just run around in circles and just get to high rounds based on that. Whereas the World at War maps, like, were actually based on, like, skill and planning and how well you could hold out and stuff. Or at least a lot more, right? So I think, yeah, let's go. Let's go give it 4 stars. I love World at War. Good game, good story too. Okay, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2009. Music got quiet. Okay. November 10th, 2009. Oh yeah, I remember when this came out. It came on my mum's birthday. Yeah, I remember that. This is 4.5. Modern Warfare 2. I think I can't give it 5 stars because it's Call of Duty. Do you know what I mean? But also, it's not my favorite Call of Duty either, which is maybe a hot take, but this wasn't my favorite Call of Duty. It's up there, and I have some of the strongest memories of it, but it's not my favorite Call of Duty. My favorite is Black Ops 2. So I think if I'm going to give any a 5-star rating, it's going to be Black Ops 2. It's going to be my 5-star rating, because Black Ops 2 was just the one that I played. It was at the height. It was like at the height of when I played Xbox Live. Because when Modern Warfare 2 was out, I was still playing Halo 3, and then Halo Reach came out. Like, I was like I But when Black Ops 2 was out, that was the only multiplayer game I was playing. The campaign's also great, but I played shit ton of multiplayer. I made a fucking song about the multiplayer, which is still up on YouTube, and I had no other games to juggle. The zombies was also fantastic in Black Ops 2. Some great zombies maps. Black Ops 2 is my favorite Call of Duty. And this was, you know, can we listen to it? Yeah, sure, we can. How do I even find this? Black Ops. Okay, Black Ops W. Hang on. See if I can find it. I can't find it. It's called Tags. It's a... Where is it? Is it still... Did I just... Maybe I privated it. Okay, hold on. Let me just pull this over here. I'll find it. Okay, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Search tags. Ah. Oh, it's partially blocked. Okay, so we might get blocked for watching this on stream. Okay, sorry. Hang on.
What?
Oh, we're gonna get blocked for this, but I'm just gonna have to talk over the top of it so that we don't get copyrighted. Okay.
Diving and a ducking, I am fucking awesome. Nah, Johnny could confirm, like, what up, you about to get shot. Got my shot charges and my sounds, but G on my back, which is ready and loaded. People like, damn, shit is gonna get exploded. Slice of meat, switching out my magazine.
Is it Luke? I kind of feel like I should publicly out him like that. It could be, or it could be someone else. I don't remember.
But shit, we're winning 99-10, fragging, cocking it, locking it, still hiding in the bedroom, someone else is walking in my teeth.
Yeah, all the gameplay was George, because he was the best out of us at playing COD. You can't even read it, dude. I don't know. I don't know what this was. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know what this was. Look, at the end of the day, all of these led to Defy, which led to my channel blowing up, which led to where we are now. Oh, the Peacekeeper was based, though. Okay, we're done with this. We don't need to do any more of this. Let's just create the log for Modern Warfare 2 and move on to Black Ops. Jesus Christ. This is a banger. True. Okay, November 9th, 2010. November 9th. On the Xbox 360. Black Ops. Honestly, I think it's a lot of it in my mind is held up by zombies. Although it had a great campaign. It did have a really good multiplayer, but I don't think it was as strong as Modern Warfare 2. And so it felt like a bit of a step back. But I think it's got to be held up by zombies and campaign. Right? So I think it's still got to be a 4-star. Like a COD 4, you know? Because it's not a Modern Warfare 2. You know? It's, you know, it's not that good. It's not a Modern Warfare 2, but I think it's still got to be a 4-star, like a COD 4 and a World at War. I think it makes a lot of sense. I loved the multiplayer. I love playing it. I had a lot of fun on this. But I did find myself sometimes going back to Modern Warfare 2. But the zombies on this, man, like Kino de Toten, fucking Ascension, Shangri-La, fucking Moon was Black Ops 1, wasn't it? Moon? What was the other one? There was another one that was really, really good. Call of the Dead? Oh, Black Ops 1 had some sick zombies maps, dude. Some sick zombies maps. They were so good. Yeah, that's what brings it up. That's what brings it up. It's, oh, I had so much fun on Call of the Dead. Like, I played Call of the Dead so much. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Didn't play a lot of COD, more of a Battlefield kind of guy. See, I never played a lot of Battlefield, but I did play a lot of Battlefield 4. I liked that one. Black Ops 4 was great. Black Ops 4 was great. Sorry, Black Ops 4? What? Black Ops was great. Black Ops 4 was not great. What are we on next? Modern Warfare 3. Modern Warfare 3 I don't love. I think it's got a solid campaign, but everything else just kind of like, yeah, nah. I'm not a big Modern Warfare 3 guy. I think a lot of people probably agree. November 8th, 2011. Okay, I think I give this like 3 stars. I think the campaign of Modern Warfare 3 is really fucking good. Really solid. I love the campaign of Modern Warfare 3. But multiplayer, nah. I still found myself falling back on Modern Warfare 2. And, you know, Halo Reach. And, yeah, I wasn't playing a lot of Modern Warfare 3's multiplayer. Campaign was great, but also it had, like, Spec Ops 2, which also was a whole lot of nothing. Didn't love it. So I think this is probably, yeah. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, cool. Alright, cool. Let's go with that for Modern Warfare 3. How's it going, Jamie? Okay, Black Ops 2 is next, right? It's Black Ops 2? Yeah, it is. Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Here we are. This is my 5-star Call of Duty. This is it. This is the one. What is this? November 12th. We already talked about this one. This is it. This is my favorite Call of Duty. Black Ops 2. I played so much Black Ops 2. Great campaign that continued on from Black Ops 1. A multiplayer that I just played the absolute shit out of in an era where there was no, like... Because when I was playing Modern Warfare 1 and Modern Warfare 2 and stuff, that was an era of my life where I was just playing whatever was popular. Whereas I played Black Ops 2 at a point in my life where I wasn't doing that anymore, but I still played it because I loved it and I thought it was really good. And I didn't play online with friends nearly as much. I still played online with friends, obviously, in 2012, but not as much as I used to. But I still loved this game, and I think that, to me, speaks to the quality of the game. As well, like Zombies. It was great, like fucking... Die Rise, I love Die Rise, that's a great map. Buried, another great map. Origins, as well. Another great map. I also, you know, I loved Transit and that whole, you know, the first maps that were introduced, I thought that was all really fun as well. Mob of the Dead, like, oh, God, Zombies was so fun. So good, like, genuinely so good. I loved Black Ops 2. The Peacekeeper on multiplayer, like, those DLC maps were so good too. It was just so fun. And the campaign was good as well. Like, the campaign was so solid. This is my favorite Call of Duty game. It's maybe not the one where I have the most memories, but it's the one that I can confidently say I think is the best one. Which is kind of wild. But this is just my favorite. This is the one that I love the most. So, yeah. Yeah. I love this one. I love this one. Alright. Okay, there are a few more that I did play. So we got Call of Duty Ghosts next. I was going to type Call of Duty Ghosts. Answer my question? Wait, what did you say? Is Black Ops 2 the one where you... Okay, hold on. Sorry, skipping this song. Is Black Ops 2 the one where you go to the high-tech hotel in the sea? Yes? I think. Let's see. The high-tech hotel in the sea? I think so. Maybe? I don't remember. Which speaks to how much I remember it. But I remember a general feeling more than I remember the actual events. But I think it was. That was some near-ass music. That's because it was. Call of Duty Ghosts. Oh, I think this game sucks. November the 5th. Xbox One. Yeah, look, I'm going to give this one a 2-star. I don't like it at all. I've like pretty much nothing about it. Although I think it's better than like an Advanced Warfare for me at least. Yeah, I don't know. 2 stars. It's just like, I think to me it's just slightly under average. It's just slightly below average. I didn't really enjoy anything about Ghost. The campaign didn't stick with me. Yeah, they did push the dog in the marketing. Yeah, Ghost doesn't do anything for me. Nothing at all. I think this was also the period where I was growing out of Call of Duty. And yeah, I think it was just stopping. Like, Call of Duty just wasn't what it used to be. What was the next one? Was it Advanced Warfare? Like, what was the next one? I don't even remember. Was it like Infinite Warfare or something? Advanced Warfare? Ah, yes, 2014 Advanced Warfare. Yeah, I barely played this. Like, barely played this. But I did play it. Again, like... Yeah. This is just another one of those, like... I don't know, I give it like 1.5 stars. I didn't feel anything for it. Just didn't do anything for me. I didn't find the multiplayer fun. It was just a bit shit. Yeah, I probably should open all the COD games, shouldn't I? So I can get them all up. Okay. Black Ops 3 was next. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think I've ever played Black Ops 3. I think that's where I stopped. Black Ops 3, yeah, I didn't play. Modern Warfare Remastered, I did though. I did play this one. I remember playing this on... I think we went... I was going to... When was it? It was 2016, which means... I remember just playing on a night when we were going... My family was going out somewhere. Because I remember my mum was still getting ready to go out, and I was just sitting playing few games of Modern Warfare Remastered while that was happening. It was ruined by like loot boxes and stuff, but it was still had the core that was good to it. So like I can't really hate it, can I? Like, no, this one had multiplayer too, which is why it was better. But I think it's probably just it's probably half a star not as good as Modern Warfare, the original Modern Warfare, because it had the loot crates and that sucked. So I think 3.5, because I still think it was like solid. It played like Modern Warfare. It just looked a bit better. Like, it still was fun to play. The maps all played well. Like, the gunplay was good. It felt like a classic Call of Duty game. It was just a bit worse because of those loot crates. I mean, that's, for me, I don't know. Like, I didn't feel like it didn't capture the spirit of Modern Warfare when it came out. So... yeah, like, you know, fine. Infinite Warfare I didn't play. World War II I didn't play. Black Ops 4 I didn't play. Okay, Modern Warfare 2019. We can do this one. This was the next Call of Duty that I played. October 25th, 2019. I like this game. Didn't play much of the multiplayer. I'd probably give it like 3 stars. Didn't hugely resonate with me. Maybe 3.5. Not quite as good as the OG COD 4 though. But pretty good. Like, pretty good. Great campaign. I think something that changed my mind on this game, or like made me look at it a bit differently, was the video that Jacob Geller made on it. On, like, what does Call of Duty stand for or something? I can't remember what the concept was. I watched it a while ago. And I was like, yeah, that's a really good point. Like, it's a war game that really has nothing to say about war, but like tries to almost fake intelligence. Like, it's a bit weird on that front. And it's almost like, it made me look at it in a way where I'm like, it's a bit odd. Especially when the game is almost trying to be like, oh, this is a gritty, like, realistic depiction of war, but doesn't really have much to actually say, like, politically about war, which is a hugely political thing. I did make a review of Modern Warfare, yeah. But I still think as a game, as a Call of Duty, 3.5 is probably pretty good. But yeah, let's go with that. Let's go with that. That's it. I did play Cold War, but I really don't remember it. I don't think I can include that. I didn't even play the multiplayer properly. I don't think I can include Cold War. Yeah, the last one I actually properly played was Modern Warfare, and I'm not doing Call of Duty 2 Remastered campaign. That's not worth fucking including. Okay, that's all the Call of Duties. We did it. We did it. We did all the CODs. Amazing. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I made a bit. No one watched it. Yeah, that's true. It's the Warzone one. Oh, it might have had Warzone in it. I don't remember. Oh my god, FIFA 13. No, not that one. Okay, apparently it's just not. It's not, there is no, I can't find it. It doesn't exist. These are all like Android, iOS, yeah, but where's the actual one? Oh, FIFA Soccer 13. Yeah, I fucking forgot that's what they call it on here, don't they? It was on Xbox One, though. Wait, no. Wait, was it? Oh, fucking Christ. Wait, did they not release it on Xbox One? Was it only on? Really? Oh, because it came out in 2012. Oh, I'm stupid and an idiot. Okay, yeah, September 25th, 2012. This is the, yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. This is probably my favorite FIFA, I think. So it gets like, I don't know, I get 3.5 stars. I used to play this a decent bit. Like, it was a very fun FIFA. Was this the first one that had Ultimate Team in it or not? I don't remember, but I think I played a lot of FIFA 13. An odd amount of FIFA 13. Given how not into football I am. FIFA 12 was the first? Right. But this was the one, yeah, this was the one where all the content creators started making content on it, right? Like, this was when KSI blew up, right? With FIFA 13 and stuff. I think this is where FIFA was, this was where FIFA was big, at least for me. Was FIFA 13. So, yeah, let's give it that. I played it. I did play it, that's true. Hitman Absolution. 3.5 is insane for a FIFA game. Yeah, but it's 3.5 for like what a FIFA game is trying to achieve. It's not like 3.5 compared to God of War 2018's 5 stars. Like, it's 3.5 for a FIFA game. Like, yeah, that makes sense. The memories I have from it, how much I enjoyed it. But, because if we try and rate them all relative to each other, we're just going to get in a pickle, and it's not going to be good. November 19th, 2012. I'm just waiting for when we come across an Assassin's Creed game and we have to go down that rabbit hole. I like the ambience, so I give it 2 stars. But not a very good game. Okay. Sleep with Dogs. Didn't play any Hitman games to the... No, I played Absolution. I also played some PS2 ones as well. Blood Money. That was good. I liked Hitman Absolution. I mean, fair enough. I mean, it's got things going for it. It's not a very good Hitman game, though, I don't think. It's too linear for a Hitman game. It's not like a badly made game. It's just not Hitman. It's the same. It's the same feelings I feel about Resident Evil 4. Resident Evil 4 is a well-made video game. It's just not what I believe Resident Evil is supposed to be. But there you go. But yeah. Hopefully we never get to Assassin's Creed. Hopefully. Sleeping Dogs, August 13th, 2012. The thing is, it's going to take us a long time to get to Assassin's Creeds, because... I'd rather put 2022. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I give this one a 4-star. I love this game. This game's great. Love it. Very good game. Yeah, we might never make it to... Well, it might take us a while to get to Assassin's Creed, because I kept playing them well into, like, until the next-gen versions came out, because I was an AC YouTuber, so we might not ever even come across it in this list. We've done that. The Saboteur! Oh, yes, let's go! Dude. This game's so good. This game's so good. I remember when I played it for the first time, too, so I can actually put that in. December 25th. I also made a game video on this too. I love this game. I'd put it down half a star because the controls are a little bit janky. Other than that, banger. Banger of a game. Everyone should play The Saboteur. This game is fucking phenomenal. It's very good. I didn't make a Sleeping Dogs video recently, no. Ethan made one. But I haven't made one. I was going to, but I got about like 2 hours into it, and then I just got swept up by other things and stopped playing it. But yeah, Saboteur, so fucking good. Such a good game. So good. 100k views, I thought it flopped. I mean, I put it out 4 years ago, so over 4 years, yeah. Like, it did flop initially, I think. But, I mean, we can go have a look, actually. Saboteur. If we hit analytics, we can see how well it did. Yeah, you can see it just like in the first year. In the first year, it managed to hit just about 20,000 views. So it just got most of it because it's been out for so long. Not because it did particularly well. Yeah, it has also been 4 years. Yeah, it's a pretty good video. I liked this one. I thought it was good. But that's really what it is with my videos, and that's what I quite like about making the type of videos that I do, is that they stay relevant forever. So, like, I can make a video now, and yeah, it might flop initially and only get a few thousand views, but then I can look back in 5 years and be like, oh, 100,000 people saw that, sweet. And that's, like, quite cool. Which makes it more worth it, because you know that eventually lots of people will see it. But yeah. Do 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 do. Right. Okay. We did the Saboteur. What are we on next? Rise, Son of Rome. Okay. Now, this is, well, I mean, as we all know, November 22nd, 2013, November 22nd, 2013 marked, well, the release date of, you know, the first game ever made, and the game that inspired every game since. So glad God of War copied this masterpiece. And that's all we really have to say when it comes to God of War. I love this. I went to look at the comments and there's some like, "Rip pandemic, you will be missed." That's funny. This is, you know, as we know, the video game of all time. So that's it, you know. And that's all we need to say about it. Rise sweep, Rise conquers all. Rise is it just is top of the games at the end of the day. I recently watched your entire AC1 retrospective in one sitting after I had just finished my first playthrough like a month prior. Really worth my time. I love the video. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that, Danny. Thanks so much. On a serious note, this game is overrated as fuck. Like, the campaign was a fucking joke and the combat is just above average. How dare you? No, I agree. That's why it's funny. That's why it's a funny joke, because the game is, like, beyond mid. But it's so funny that people look back on it and they're like, oh, this game was actually secretly really good. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. It was, at best, average. The game is repetitive, boring, mundane. It has near to no mechanics. The story is cliche. The acting is fine. It just looks really nice. And the animations are cool. But it's not a good game. It's the best game, actually. Okay, let's move on to Dead Island. I love Dead Island. I had so much fun with this when it came out. Me and my friends used to play this on co-op. It was great. I have great memories of trying to find this game because it was sold out everywhere. My mum drove me to Daventry to pick it up, which was a fun story. September 6th, 2011. And yeah, I liked playing this one. I give it 3 stars. It's not a great game by any means, but I had a lot of fun with it, and I think that I got to give it at least 3 stars just for that, just for having fun. All the way to Daventry. I'm sorry I had to go there. I know, it was rough. It was a rough time. But we you know, ran back to the car. Played through the whole thing after you praised so much, wondering what I was missing. Oh, it's funny. So you're telling me you don't like it? No, I love it. It's my favorite game. Right. There you go. Dead Island. Dead Island. Oblivion. Okay. We can't actually do this because I've not actually played Oblivion. So, like, it's here, but I've clearly not played it. I have 1 achievement. I've not played Oblivion. It would not be fair. It would not be fair to do this. I'll play Oblivion when, you know, when Sky Oblivion comes out, probably, to be honest with you. But let's move on to Battlefield 4. October 29th, 2013. I like this one. I give 3.5 stars. I like this one. I had a lot of fun playing Battlefield 4. I played a lot of the multiplayer. The campaign was fun. I like this game a lot. It's very fun. Again, Battlefield's not necessarily for me, but the fact that this is a 3.5 stars is like, they did a good job at making a game that somehow I enjoyed, despite Battlefield 4 like Battlefield being a franchise that isn't really a me sort of franchise. So I had a good time with Battlefield 4. I liked it a lot. Play on stream at some point. Yeah. But yeah. What separates Battlefield from COD for you? COD is just, it's snappier, you know what I mean? Like, if you play Battlefield, you have to sort of invest a bit of time into it, right? Whereas, like, COD is just, like, straight to it. You die, you're right back, you're alive for 30 seconds. If you're lucky, you're dead. If you die again, you come straight back. You just, like, COD is this arcade arena shooter. Battlefield is a big team, like, across a huge distance. You really have to take your time, a bit more strategic. I just don't think that's very for me. I don't really enjoy that process of playing. I enjoy it in Battlefront, but not so much in a game like this. I'd much rather be playing COD. If you're lucky, you're dead, yeah. You have to talk to your teammates. Yeah, there's like an element of cooperation there. I really enjoy that when you're playing with friends, but I didn't play with friends more often, especially when this came out. Like I was sort of off. I wasn't playing a lot of multiplayer anymore. So, you know. But yeah, I think that's ultimately what turned me off of Call of Duty. Is it felt a bit more battlefieldy the more the games went on, and I didn't like that about them. So yeah, alright. Halo 4. Okay, should we do Halo? I guess we should do all the Halos. Let's do Halo. Let me just turn that off. It's getting a bit cold in here. Okay, Combat Evolved. I didn't play this in 2001, so can I really put that? I don't think I can really put that. I think I have to put the date I actually played it, which was sometime in like mid-2008. So I think we gotta go... I played it on the 360, and it would be like mid-2008. Let's just say June 11th, 2008, just for the sake of it. 4.5 star. It's near perfect. I think that the only thing is it was improved on by Halo 2 and 3. I think that's, yeah. I think that's where I put it. 4.5 stars. You know, I think that I don't have a strong emotional attachment to Combat Evolved, but I still love it so much. It's a fantastic game. But Halo 2 and 3, those to me are both 5-star games. So we gotta go to Halo 2. This would also have been sometime in 2008 because I played these both after Halo 3, but this will be 5-star. Yeah. Halo 2 is an easy 5-star. Halo 3 is an even easier 5-star. That is a 5-star game if I've ever seen one. And I played this when it came out, so... Well, actually, it was on Christmas, so it'd be 2007, December 25th was when I first played it. On the X360, again, super easy 5-star for Halo 3. One of the fucking greatest, if not the greatest FPS ever fucking made. That's what Halo 3 is to me, for sure. Halo 3, no, that is exactly what I think. Halo 3 is my favorite first-person shooter ever made, and it will never change. This game will always be my favorite FPS game of all time. That's just going to be the case for the rest of the time. Is Halo 3 is fucking incredible. From the campaign, the way it caps off Chief's story, to the multiplayer, every DLC pack being better, like, oh my god, the maps, every map on Halo 3 is fucking sublime, man. Good god, Halo 3 is perfect. I love this game so much. Halo 3 is just... Halo 3, man. Fuck, what a game. Dude, I love it. Okay, let's move on. Let's do Halo Reach came out next. Again, incredible game. This, for me, not as good. Where would I put this? Where would I put this? September 14th. Okay, let's... I think 4.5. Because to me, this is... it's not surpassing Halo 2 and 3 for me. But it's probably on a level, if not better than CE, to be honest. Halo Reach. I love Halo Reach, man. What it means. The multiplayer was also so fucking fun. Firefight was great in Reach too. This was a great game. Halo Reach was so good. I love this. It's such a great game. But there's something about it that just pulls it below. And I can't think of what it is. There's something about it that's not quite as good. I don't know. Maybe it's the armor abilities. Maybe there's that purist in me that like doesn't like that there's armor abilities and it kind of changes things. I don't know if that's it. Maybe it's that I didn't have as many memories playing Reach as I did playing Halo 3. Maybe that's what it is. But I love it regardless. That's a banger. Halo is great, man, when it's good. When it's not, it's rough. Halo Wars was next, right? No, Halo Wars came out first. Shit. Okay. I did not realize Halo Wars came out before Reach. Okay, I didn't play this until it doesn't matter, but I'm gonna check anyway. Halo Wars, lasers. Here it is. I can check. July 28th, 2020. Look at me go. July 28th, 2020. I like this game a lot. I'd probably give it like a 3.5. I think it's like a really solid RTS. I really enjoy it. It's got great story. It's got great like campaign and everything. It's got, you know, great mechanics. It's very fun. I like that it's very Halo-y. It's got some really cool cutscenes. Yeah. I think I really like this. We already did ODST. I realized just now as I was doing it. I didn't vocalize it, but I realized we did actually already do ODST. The last stream, so we're already past that. Yeah, maybe it's that Halo 2 and 3 felt more innovative at their time, whereas Reach felt like more of the same. Still really good, but more of the same. Yeah, for sure. Battle for Middle-earth. Oh, what a great game. Let's go for, what's next? Halo 4? Yeah. Dude, it's actually mad to me that the wait between Halo Reach and Halo 4 was 2 years. It feels like so much longer. From, like, I guess it's because I guess I'm thinking about Halo 3 and Halo 4, like, between Master Chief stories. You know what I mean? Oh, for fuck's sake, it's fucking, yeah. Oh, this is fitting, though. Let's go! This is the perfect piece of music. Yeah, I think it just felt longer when they announced Halo 4. It felt like, oh my god, it's been a million years since Halo, but I guess that's because it was different, you know. Feels like an early Xbox One game. Yeah, that's also weird about it too. Okay, November 6, 2012. November 6th, 2012 on the Xbox 360. Two and a half. Shit multiplayer. Mainly shit campaign. Shit enemies. Game's just kind of shit, to be honest. But I give it this because at least it was like, it tried something, you know what I mean? I felt like it tried something. It didn't stick the landing, and it was shit, but like it tried, like I appreciate the vision. Like I gotta appreciate the vision. I think I'm gonna lower it, actually. 2 stars. Ah, shit. I don't know. 2 stars. I gotta give it 2 stars. I think 2 stars. Because I still appreciate what they tried to do. And also, there's a great video from Andrew Blewett where he goes over and analyzes the story. And that just, it made me look at the game differently. Also, Halo 4 managed to introduce the Didact and his story. And those are some of the best Halo books ever. I love the Forerunner trilogy of books. So, like, it gets props for that, because without Halo 4, we wouldn't have that trilogy of books, which are really good. So, I'm gonna give it 2 stars. 2 stars. We give it 2 stars. Okay, Halo 5. Halo 5, October 27th, 2015. Okay. Yeah, it's every bit of half a star. Gamer! Hey, Southern Locust, thank you so much for the gifted sub. Halo 5 tried to do something too, but I wouldn't give that a pass. Yeah, true. Wait, it's midnight, do Wordle.
Thank you for subbing.
I don't know why that got me.
PogChamp.
Southern Locust, thank you so much for the Prime, dude. Thank you so much, appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, I think we give it half a star. I wouldn't give Halo 5. It gets the half a star. It gets the 0.5 because the multiplayer was actually quite fun, despite not being a very good Halo multiplayer. It was actually quite fun. It was a great arena shooter, and for that, it gets half a star. Nothing else. I guess nothing else. Nothing else. Tom still doesn't get the hate. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure you don't, mate. I'm sure you don't. People that don't get the hate for widely hated games concern me. Because, like, why don't you get it? You know? When everyone else does, why don't you get it? I need to know how your brain functions. Glad support. How's everyone doing? Thanks so much for the support. I appreciate it. I'm doing well. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, okay. Let's do Halo Wars 2. The Last of Us 2 moment? No, for The Last of Us 2 is the opposite. Argue amongst yourselves. Right, let's do this. When did I play this? This was also 2021, wasn't it? Let's see. When did I play this? Okay, that's not... It must be on its last boy. Yes. September 21st, 2020. Okay. This was on Xbox One. I like Halo Wars 2 a lot, actually. It's better, I think, than Halo Wars, the first one. I'd probably give 3.5 stars. Yeah, I think it's just as good, if not maybe a bit better, but yeah, remember when you guys are hyped for Infinite? Infinite, what? Look, we'll get on to Infinite. All right, shut up. We'll get on to Infinite. Okay, let's do. I guess we need to do like Master Chief Collection. This is so good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do November 11th, 2014. I mean, I'm still playing it. So I guess shelved. This is 5-star. Like, I genuinely have no problems with this. It's a collection of every Halo game, other than the other ones, you know. A multiplayer collection of everything. A like genuinely fun progression system. You know, I feel like I should need to switch this to completed. Like, this is, like, if you have never played Halo before and this is the version of Halo that you're playing, you're all set. Like, there aren't many remastered collections of games where I can say this is actually the definitive version. And yeah, there are some bits that are different, but they've also, like, fixed some elements of that too. But, like, there's a lot of these remasters and, like, updates and ports and stuff where it's like, no, you should just play the original. Just emulate the original, or just get yourself one of the original consoles or something, and that's the definitive, way better version. Like, this is the definitive version. This is the best way to play Halo. And that, just, to me, that's 5-star. Like, this is just phenomenal, fantastic. Yeah. And the fact that it had its own dedicated multiplayer. Like, it wasn't just a port of Halo 5, or Halo or Halo 4, and it's its own dedicated multiplayer that allows you to play Halo 1, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo Reach, Halo 4, all in one collection, where they all have their own identity, and they can cross over. Like, you could be, you're loading into a game, you just played, you know, some big team battle on Valhalla, and then immediately next, you know, jumping into Halo Reach, and you're playing some Team Slayer, and it's, like, seamless, and it's the same progression, the same levels. It's so good. Do you have any examples of remasters that aren't the definitive versions? Assassin's Creed 2. I think it takes away from a lot of the charm of the fog being removed and the color grading being changed. I think affects the way, especially Venice's. I think I'm trying to think of other ones that are like not as good as the original versions. I definitely know some, but I'm going blank now. Forcing in the DLC, yeah, that too, that's annoying. Revelations is another one. Like, Assassin's Creed's a big one for that. I'm trying to think. Remasters that are not as good as the original version of it. It happens a lot, and I just can't think. Well, like Call of Duty 4. The Modern Warfare remaster, that's not as good as the original. Resident Evil? That's more of a remake, though. Is that fair? AC3 remaster? Yeah, probably. Yeah. A lot of things AC3 remaster improves on, but a lot of things it takes away from too. I mean, I don't even like AC3, so I don't think I'm really an expert on that. GTA, yeah, true. GTA, the trilogy, yeah, that's true. That's true. Right, yeah, not being, yeah, okay. Stuff that genuinely hurts it, yeah. So, like, what would we say about Batman Arkham? I think the Batman Arkham remasters are better in most ways. Would I be wrong in saying that? I don't know what the general consensus is, but I've always felt that the Arkham remasters are better than the original versions. But I'm not sure what other people think. I just think the Arkham remasters are good. Yeah, I like them. Like, I would never try and seek out the originals. I'm like, no, I think the remasters work really nicely and I like them. I didn't even know Far Cry 3 got a remake. Final Fantasy 8, Gears of War, Ultimate Edition, GTA Trilogy, Arkham Asylum. Arkham Asylum, really? I always thought Arkham Asylum was better. I always thought it was better. The only thing I felt about Arkham Asylum that was less good were the pre-rendered cutscenes. But in gameplay, I always thought it looked better than than the original. But then again, I've not seen it in so long, so I could be wrong. Final Fantasy 8, though, yeah, I've heard that, like, because of the character models and stuff. Like, they changed Leon to make him more Leon. Well, that is his name, but no, wait, is it Leon? That's what he's called in Kingdom Hearts, isn't it? God, am I going insane? They changed Squall to be more in line with Dissidia, don't they? And that's obviously, yeah, it disrupts the integrity of the original thing. Whether you think it looks better or not is another story, but, like, it does, you know, disrupt and harm the original vision. Because it's not trying to remaster him, it's just trying to change his character model to be in line with this different game. 3 remastered Bioshock games? Oh, really? Is that a thing? Are they worse? I didn't know that. Life is Strange remaster? Yeah, maybe. Alright, we can fucking move on. Okay, let's do Halo Infinite. November 15th, 2021. This is a difficult one, actually. What is music? This is Final Fantasy XIV. This is the Kugane music from Stormblood. The main town theme of Kugane in Stormblood, Final Fantasy XIV. And I know that because we spent 8 hours trying to climb a tower on stream once while this was playing in the background for the entirety on a loop. And I still love it. I think I give this one 3.5 stars. I genuinely do. I think that's where I would put it. Arkham Asylum actually changes the level of darkness in almost all areas. It was made in such a way that they'd have dark areas to hide bad textures, and give it more ambience, and it worked really well. They just straight up removed all that shit so you could see the warped textures. Also, Batman looks like he's having a shit in his suit in all of the cutscenes. Right, fair enough. Don't bring up the tower. Somebody didn't even touch it. The conversation around Infinite seemed to fluctuate wildly. It seemed very positive about the campaign early on. They got worse and worse as time got... Yes. I agree. And that's why I'm struggling. Because Infinite's campaign, story-wise and thematically, is really, really good. And I love it. And it resonates with me. And I think it's special. And I love that about it. I think it tries to deliver on the promise of Halo 4's, attempt. Halo 4 attempted to do something which was focused far more on the Chief's humanity, and it didn't stick the landing too well. I think Infinite does, in a way that is intrinsically Halo, but at the same time, I have to pick up on what George has said multiple times on the podcast, which is that it feels like a Halo game where the Halo game actually happened before you get there. And you're going around and you're discovering things where you're like, this would have been interesting to see happen in a Halo game. And you're just picking up these clues of things that would have been far more interesting than what you're actually doing. And I think that applies. I don't think that the open world is just shit. I don't think it's necessary. It's not badly executed, but I do think that it's infinitely worse than a level-based, mission-based campaign system. And that harms it, definitely. So, okay, maybe we'll give it 3 stars, actually, not 3.5. I think 3.5 is just too high. The multiplayer as well is such a good game from a mechanical standpoint. The game just wasn't finished. There wasn't enough content. The progression was botched. Only recently have they put levels in. You can actually rank up now. And so it's difficult to rank it, because it's I think 3 stars is probably where I would put it. It's good, but it has way too many flaws and issues that the game falls apart. It's one of those stories where I really, really love the story, but the campaign and how it's built as from a gameplay standpoint when you're playing through it just isn't good enough that I have no desire to replay it. Even though I love the story and I would love to absorb the story again, it's just not... it's too much of the same over and over again, going around a valley with some trees or going into a Forerunner ruin. Pixel remasters are great, but they're missing the extra content. Final Fantasy VIII has worse CG cutscenes. Yeah. I would never replay it, except for when Silent Fox FC gets back together, and then you're forced to, Jas. Yeah. I think for Silent Fox, exactly. Me, you, Ben, and George, we'll get together again. We'll stream it on George's Twitch channel. And we'll play through Halo Infinite. Eventually, one day, we'll be back. We'll be back to stream through Halo Infinite Legendary Co-op. Eventually, at some point. So everyone should go and follow George. I don't know if this will come up with his... There it is. Go follow George on Twitch. At some point, we'll be streaming Halo Infinite Co-op Legendary over on his channel. That'll be fun. You don't want to miss it. It'll be good. Right. There we go. That's all the Halo's done. We did Halo. Now we can move on to the next game on our list of games. Killer Instinct. I didn't play it. I don't know. Maybe I loaded up the main menu once. I don't know. Crisis Core Remaster. Yes. It came out. Spider-Man Remaster is worse than Spider-Man PS4. I think in some ways, yeah. Like Peter's face, which I know is a fucking dead horse at this point, but let's be real. Like, and I know, oh, but James, I thought you liked Peter's face change. I thought you were actually a champion of it. Like, yeah, I was on some copium, alright. I don't actually think that the new face actually looks better. Like physically, does it look better graphically? Yeah. But does it look better artistically? No. And even if it did look better artistically, changing it is bad and wrong, because they clearly had an artistic vision when they created the original Peter Parker. So to change that shows that either they don't have any sort of cohesive artistic vision for their character designs, or they just don't care. Which sucks. Really. The graphics look nicer. Yeah, I think mainly it looks better. Like, yeah, graphically, like, I like the time of day changes. I don't know. I think that a lot of it just looks like, I like that they added the ray tracing. Yeah, I don't know. Like, overall, I would say, like, it works. Yeah. It's really quiet. FIFA 14. Oh, I don't want to rank FIFA 14. That's so boring. I don't even fucking play it. Okay, let's do Forza Horizon. Did I spell that wrong? Backloggd? Hello? Backloggd? Oh, there we go. Yeah, everyone looks weird in between games. I hate the lack of artistic integrity between the Spider-Man games. It bothers me. It's very similar to what they used to do with Assassin's Creed, where everyone would just have different faces for some reason, for like no reason. No, we've seen him out of the suit in Spider-Man 2 trailer, the most recent one, the story trailer. You see him without the suit. He looks the same as the remaster, but his hair is down now instead of like up and combed like back. It's like it's down now. It looks a bit weird actually. But you know, as that, he looks like Joe Fountain Scarab. Wait, can we find a picture of it? Hold on. Yeah, here he is. That's what he looks like. He's got a really thick neck as well. Like he looks better. He looks better than this one. But dude, this had artistic direction. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was just something about this captured the character. Like, the character was written and performed with this in mind. This is what he looks like, right? Like, if they changed Joel in The Last of Us to make him look more like Troy Baker, it wouldn't make him better as a character. Like, it would be so odd to change it. I don't know. It's I don't know. It's like this, like, mechanic, like the way that it's animated obviously looks graphically better. Like, but it's not, to me, honestly, it's not about better or worse. Because if this was the first one and they changed it to this, people wouldn't be going, oh yeah, this looks better. They'd be like, what the hell happened? Why did you change it? Because, honestly, I don't believe the reason is because they think the new one looks worse. I think it's because this was the intended version that we were supposed to see. This was the point. So when you change it, it just is, it strikes you as like, wait, what? Why? Like, why did you change it? What was the problem? Yeah, I don't know. Okay. October 23rd, 2012. Except I didn't play this until... I know exactly when I played this. It was May 19th, 2014, because it was on my birthday. I love this game. I get this one 4 stars. I love this one. It's a great game. Very great game. So cool. Forza Horizon's good. Let's do the rest, I guess. Forza Horizon 2, September 30th, 2014. Okay, I thought this game was not as good as Forza Horizon 1. And so I will give 3 stars. Yeah, that works. I never played Forza Horizon 3, so we can't do that one. Forza Horizon 4. I like this one. This one's set in England. October 2nd, 2018. Okay, hold on. 2018, yeah, I played this one on Xbox One because that was before the series came out. This will also be retired. I give this another one, a 3.5 stars, I think. 4 stars? Nah. 3.5, yeah. I think I stopped playing this one after a while. But I liked this one. But yeah, I don't know. I like this one. I think it's good. Forza Horizon 5, though. Forza Horizon 5 is fucking spectacular. 2021, November the 9th. Yeah, this game is spectacular. I would give this 4.5. It loses a point just because I think some of some of the way that you're racing and your progression is built, it just doesn't feel as rewarding the more you play. It doesn't feel like there's a reason to keep playing because it's like from the beginning you could drive a Lamborghini and where is there to go but down? You can only go down. And so I think that's my biggest issue with Forza Horizon 5, and it's why I usually prefer motorsports, is because motorsport has never had this issue, which is that you always feel like you're climbing your career, you're always going up, and if you want, you can start a new career mode, and you can start from the bottom again and work your way up. Whereas in Horizon, it's always been like, you kind of start at the top, and then just like, it's like a sandbox of just like, yeah, you get credits, but they're so easy to get. I just buy a new really expensive car, and then like, you know, I'd prefer if you started out with a shitty little, like a little fucking shitbox fucking thing, and then you slowly work your way up till you get like, you know, a fucking Ferrari or something. You know? Like, that would make a lot more sense. It would give me more incentive to keep playing, but you just start off with some, like, you could just start off with a fucking supercar and it doesn't matter, and then it's just like, you just switch cars for the fun of doing something different, not because there's any sort of incentive to progress. So there you go. But true, it is also, it's inferior to the Cars video game, so there's just really not much else to say. Doritos Crash Course. Oh my god. Wait, but no, we got to do Doritos Crash Course 1. I'm not even gonna entertain this because I don't remember playing the second one. I don't remember it even coming out. But we're looking at Doritos Crash Course, all right, the very first one, because this game is a 10 out of 10. Okay, I'm telling you, this game's a 10 out of 10. Why did that not? Why is this website shit? Hello? This website's great. Okay. What was it, December 8th, 2010? Okay. Motherfucker. This is really good. This is the best game I've made, though. It was so fun. It was so fun. Like, I used to play this when it'd be like, oh, there was a new map pack out for Modern Warfare 2 or Halo 3 or whatever, and me and my mates would sit on Xbox Live in party chat, just playing Doritos Crash Course, waiting for them to download. Because obviously, like, you know, they were like, what, like a couple hundred megabytes, but back in the day, you didn't have internet fast enough, so it would take ages. And we didn't realize that by playing this, we were actually slowing down the download. We were just having fun. So we'd like sit and play this for like 2 hours while the new maps downloaded after school, and then we'd hop on and we'd play all the new maps. It was great. Doritos Crash Course was the shit. I love this. Show gameplay. Do you not know what it looks like? Oh man, this was the shit. This was the shit. It was a wipeout thing. And you played with your Xbox Live avatars, and you had to avoid these things. Oh man, it was so fucking fun. I love this game. This game was so good. Yeah, I loved it. It was a banger. It was a banger. I loved it so much. Project Spark, I didn't actually play that. I've not actually played San Andreas. Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay. Grand Theft Auto 5. That's crazy that that's come up so soon. Okay. Grand Theft Auto 5. Okay, well I played that so recently. I can do that now from like recent memory. PC. When did I? Well, we can put. Oh shit. Let's go. So it was 2023. It would have been the end of June. So let's go 22nd. I think I can't rate this a low. Like it's GTA 5. I think 4 stars because it's not my favorite GTA, but the stuff it does is often overlooked. This game does so many things that people take for granted, maybe because it's 10 years old, and maybe because in hindsight it's easier to critique a lot of the things that aren't in the game, or things that it gets wrong, or things that, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 does better, or things that previous GTA games did better. But this game was a fucking, and still is, a titan, with a story that, you know, has a fair bit to say, that doesn't always get it right, and doesn't always balance it properly. But this game, like, I mean, it's huge for a reason. This is, you know? I mean, it's, if, like, obviously, like, if we include multiplayer in this, but I can't really, like, you know, well, I'd say multiplayer is an additional thing that I'm ignoring. Like, GTA 5, 4 stars. I give that 4 stars. GTA 5. The GTA 5 loop. Yeah, let's give out 4 stars. I got 4 stars. But yeah. Okay, Modern Warfare. Boys, it's only gone and happened. Assassin's Creed 4. It's only happened. It's time to do all the Assassin's Creed games, folks. Let's go. We've got to do all the Assassin's Creeds. Here we go. Okay. Let's go, fellas. Let's fucking go. This piece of music is The Witcher 3, The Last Wish. Okay, we've already done Assassin's Creed 1 because I've given it 5 stars. Okay, then we'll do Assassin's Creed 2. This is going to be my most up-to-date Assassin's Creed ranking that I've ever done, or Assassin's Creed rating that I've ever done. So let's think. And this will be the last time I ever do it before, ever actually. Ever. This will be the last time I ever do it. So I guess I better edit this down into a YouTube video so I can just milk money. No, I'm kidding. I won't do that. Assassin's Creed 2.
Subbing, you sassy little
Thank you so much for the sub.
Assassin's Creed.
You broke my alert thing. That's what happened there. Thanks for the 28 months, buddy. Appreciate it. But I won't do it again. That's the thing, because I'm never going to play another Assassin's Creed, so it'll never be up to date enough. Like, I'll never be able to do Project Red and Mirage and stuff, because I wouldn't have played them. So I physically can't do it ever again without it being just outdated and unnecessary. So I literally will never do this ever again. So we're good. Alright, Assassin's Creed 2. November 17th, 2009. Man. With my new Assassin's Creed brain on of how I view these games, where would I put AC2? What would I say about AC2? I'm just trying to decide between 4 and 4.5. Because I've always said it's also not the best Ezio Trilogy game. Yeah, I think 4.5 as well. I think I'd have to give it a 4.5. Yeah. No, I agree. Okay, I agree. 4.5. Also for what it means to me. But I think in recent years, I wouldn't say I've soured on it, but there's a part of me that's like, I dislike what this game does to the first Assassin's Creed, in that it discards mechanics that it feels weren't necessary, that I actually think were really valuable. And I dislike that about it. Or not, I don't dislike that about it. It's just that it irks me just that little bit, right? Read some reviews. We're going here from Rasputin, who I follow. That's very true. Did launch 1,000 mid-open world games. That's very true. Combat age poorly, sad face. Also, Venice race theme goes hard. Big Dick G. Altair kills fools and gets alien apple. Crazy, man. I'm not reading that. Masterpiece. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, okay. They weren't that interesting, I'll be honest with you. Alright, Brotherhood. Okay, in such a case... November 16th, 2010. This one I give 5 stars. Brotherhood's another 5-star, I think. Brotherhood still, to me, is that one that's like, yeah, that's it. Brotherhood is Assassin's Creed. At least in a modern sense. Like, obviously, AC1 is Assassin's Creed, to me. Like, the most purest form of Assassin's Creed. But if you look at, like, what AC2 was trying to do, Brotherhood perfected, and they never did it better. Brotherhood is a 5-star. Absolutely. 5-star. Sif. Is this the Sif? No, I doubt it. Right, let's... Revelations, ladies and gentlemen. I think Revelations... Okay, November 14th, 2011. This would also be 4.5, because it's not as good as Brotherhood. Story is the best of the Ezio trilogy. It's the peak, the best storytelling they did. It paid off the last, the 4 games, the investment in the 4 games. But the open world is not as good as Rome in terms of how it looks, how interesting it is, the different districts, but also what you can do and the meaning they hold. Because Brotherhood, like I've always said, is an evolution of AC1 in that everything in the open world is not there to be an additional bonus activity. It's there, I mean, it is there for that, but also it's there to be part of the core focus, which is taking over or taking down the Borgia reign from the entire city, which is the main story of the game and the main focus. Every single side quest does that in one way or another. Revelations doesn't do that. Revelations has, James just copied what I said. What did you say? It feels like it could be the Sith. No, wait, what did you say? Probably give Revelations 4 and 5 because whilst I love Revelations story, Istanbul doesn't do much for me and you spend all your time there. Oh, right, yeah, true. And so I think if this game had a story like Brotherhood, it would be even lower for me. But it doesn't have a story like Brotherhood. It has a story like Revelations, which is what does most of the legwork for this one. And pulls it higher. Den Defense. Okay, first of all, Den Defense is good. Second of all, you don't have to do it. If you're playing the game properly. But yeah, the notoriety system, you get punished for buying shops. Like, I get what they're trying to do, but it's annoying. That's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what you're saying? Okay, yeah, true. So 5 stars. All right, let's go. Let's do that. It's 4.5 stars. This would be so much easier if I could put AC1 at 6 stars and do the rest at 5. That would be way better. What you've all got to remember is the first 4 games, I love them all. So these differences we're doing and half a star here and there, it doesn't really mean fucking anything because I think they're all fantastic. Alright, this is where things get interesting because now we got to move on to Assassin's Creed 3. This is where things get interesting. Oh, I hate this. Okay, October 30th, 2012. I remember this. See, this is the thing. This is the thing. I've said this before, but my thoughts on AC3 are based on, you know, the last time I played it and the way I used to look at games back then. So I don't know if this game actually is better than I thought. But I did watch that critique of it that I put up on my Patreon, that I recommended, put up the recommended section for VIPs, which I thought was good. Yeah, I think maybe 2.5 because it has Haytham and that's really good. They do try to do some good stuff, at least narratively, with younger Connor. Although Kid Connor, the gameplay loop of that section is really fucking annoying and it drags out and is annoying. The only issue is when we put it at 2.5, it kind of means like, where am I going to be putting Valhalla? And where am I going to be putting Origins? You know what I mean? Like, if we start this low, you know, Homestead. Look, the Homestead missions are not actually good. Everyone says they are, but they're just not good. I went, like I said, I watched this critique the other day. He pointed it out. I was like, there's no way. I went and watched them to just make sure. They just not good. They just suck. The writing just falls off a cliff. It was already at the bottom of a cliff, and it fell again somehow. And it, yeah, like, I don't know. It's crazy to me that everyone says the Homestead missions are great, because they're just, like, they're so weird and dumb and don't make any sense. And it's so strange. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go with 2.5. Run of the mill, and that's only because of Haytham and... Oh, God. Nah, I'm gonna go 2 stars. Why am I being lenient? Let's move on. Let's move on before it's too late. Okay. October 29th, 2013. Okay. Black Flag. Great game. We love Black Flag. I think that... Is it as good as AC2? Is it as good as Revelations? In some ways better, in some ways not as. There's like elements of it that are better. Like the stuff that it does well, it usually does a lot of I love Black Flag. I really, really love Black Flag. I think the place where Black Flag falls off is in the is in the structuring of its main missions. I can't concentrate with it. In the structuring of its main missions, I think is where it falls off. It's got its issues, but also Black Flag has a sick multiplayer too, which we've got to remember multiplayer, and I'm a big multiplayer fan. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars because it doesn't quite scratch the highs and that itch of AC2 and Revelations, but it also is incredibly good at what it tries to do with a story that is, the most Assassin's Creed story since AC1, like I keep saying and will prove to you all when I make the video on it. Like, it's intrinsically, like, this Black Flag is intrinsically Assassin's Creed. That's the point of the game. Yeah, I'm having an epic speech about Black Flag. And I think, 4 stars. I think I gotta give it 4 stars for that. But there are so many parts of this that sprung the worst parts of Assassin's Creed later on, and that's got to come into consideration too. 4 stars. Let's go. Let's go 4 stars. All right, let's move on to Assassin's Creed Rogue. It's weird. Everyone always goes Assassin's Creed Rogue between Black Flag and Unity because it's like, it makes sense, right? Like, Unity was the big leap. It would make no sense to go back to Rogue. But I played Unity first. So to me, Rogue always came after Unity. But, whatever. November 11th, 2014. Okay. I'd probably say 2 for Rogue as well. But I don't know if I'd say lower. 1.5. Because, look. Everything good about Rogue is Black Flag. You can't give it points for that. And most of it's just a worse Black Flag. The side missions are all worse than Black Flag. The story is so stupid. It's just so dumb. Just so fucking dumb. The concept of it is so stupid. Like, well, not the concept of it, but the whole idea the story revolves around is fucking ridiculous. It does not take Assassin's Creed seriously. It doesn't understand what it means to be an assassin. It doesn't understand what it means to be a Templar. I don't even know what Shay stands for as a character. The setting is dog shit because it's just AC3. But also doesn't have the interesting parts of the American Revolution. So it's just colonial America, but nothing happens. There is nothing to this game. Like, there is genuinely there is nothing to this game. I can't even think of reasons to give it points. Like, I genuinely cannot think of a reason to give this game a point. I can't. Like, genuinely, like, I'm thinking, 1.5 is too high. I can't give this game a point for anything. Like, I'm genuinely struggling. I need someone to give me a reason why it should have at least 1 point. Because I can't think of anything about it. Like, maybe the 1.5 points actually just comes from the Black Flag bits. Like, oh yeah, it brings back some Black Flag stuff and it works pretty much the same and that's fun. You can renovate New York. That's a bit fun. You know, I think also for me, like, Black Flag and why it's a pirate game is intrinsic to the story the game is telling. Like, it's like being a pirate is this entire concept of rebelling against a continuously and continuing oppression from governmental figures. That's the point, and it's this fight, it's this searching and chasing freedom and chasing purpose, and trying to outrun what you feel is tyranny. Like, that's the point, and it takes the pirate fantasy and makes it part of the gameplay, which is great fun, but it's also integral to the story they're telling, and that's something that's so important about Black Flag, which is why I struggle to give Rogue points for doing Black Flag things, because it does Black Flag things because it's fun, not because it's meaningful, which is what Black Flag does. But that said, they are still fun. So I give it 1.5. I think. See you later, Jazz. Thanks for bye, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think that's probably where I'm at with it. 1.5. Yep. Bad. Okay. Unity. God, I hate talking about Assassin's Creed. I actually really hate it. November 11th, 2014. What? Why did I put 2011 there? What the hell's wrong with me? Okay, look, I think because we're talking about Unity now, well, if we talk about Unity on release, it's the same as Rogue, 1.5. If we're talking about Unity now, I think it gets 2.5, and that is me unironically saying it's better after the patches, which it is, but, like, it doesn't fix the game, because it doesn't. The game is still messy, the game is still janky, the game is still clunky, the story is still bad. The character beats are still really shallow. The side content is still boring. The actual gameplay itself just doesn't feel good to play. But I think there's always a part of me that's like, but Unity, the attempt, like, there is an attempt with Unity. Like, I just can't ignore it. Like, with Rogue, there is not missed potential. There was never potential. With Unity, there is such missed potential. Like, you can see it all there. Like, that's what we always say. Like, on paper, Unity is so good, but in execution, it just sucks. And there's so much potential there, and it's like, I think I have to give it a 2.5 because it is still just run-of-the-mill average. But there is this attempt to do something. And I have to acknowledge that, I feel like. So, and I've also had a lot of fun with it too, like, because we've got to talk about how does it make me feel. I think I'm gonna stick with 2.5. Black box missions are good. There's elements of the story that I do like though. Like I love the whole idea. Like there are ideas and things in Unity. That's what I have to give it the extra points for that because Rogue has nothing. There's nothing. Like, there's no ideas that I even like about it, other than, it would be cool to play as a Templar, but, like, the difference is, with Unity, because I think I've got to come at this from the angle of, like, when I look at Unity, how does it make me feel? And it doesn't make me feel like Rogue does. It doesn't make me feel like an idiot when I play Unity. Like, I can at least see what they were trying to do there and respect it. And there's at least that element to it. And yeah, I can't rate it as low as Rogue, because also, like, you see, like, content creators and stuff, they do some really cool runs of, like, black box missions and stuff, where they're doing all this crazy stuff, and it's like, yeah, I know it's fake. Like, I know they've done that run probably a million times, and every time they've got a glitch and it's fucked them over, but when you get it right, it's like, the fact the game is even capable of that is crazy. So I think I gotta give it 2.5. I think... maybe too high. Okay, let's give it 2. Let's give it 2 and move on. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now this is, where do we even, like... 5 stars. Holy shit, dude. Okay, October 23rd, 2015. Syndicate is... I'm just, like, processing. Syndicate has, Syndicate functions, you know what I mean? Like, where Unity doesn't function, Syndicate does. Right? A solid 1. London also looks gorgeous, but it completely misunderstands the entire fundamentals of Assassin's Creed, both, like, mechanically and narratively. Like, you're playing with a gang. You've got... Again, I think with Syndicate, it's more functional than Unity, and it has the black box mission, so that holds it up. However, it doesn't understand Assassin's Creed, and I don't even think there were ideas here that were, like, potentially good. There's no potential to Syndicate. It was always going to be shit. It's a shit setting with a shit concept with shit ideas. It's just... I'd probably give this the same as Rogue, 1.5. Like, just so dull. So dull, so boring, so nothing. I think I'd give this 1.5. Same as Rogue, but I think it gets the 0.5, like, I think it gets that 1.5 points based on the fact that it's got the black box missions, and they're functional, which has to give it something. Vibes are quite nice. The city looks really, really good. And it's set in London, which is, I recognise. Also, Jack the Ripper DLC is good. Like, it's actually pretty good. Well, okay, no, sorry. Character-wise, for Jacob and Evie, it's good. It's not actually good, because it's not, is it? It has good black box missions, though. Anyway, let's just go, let's go 1.5. Jack the Lad. Let's do Origins. Okay, no. Okay, fuck. Okay. You spoiled a twist. Oh, man. Okay. Oh, Last Maharaja. Yeah, that was funny. The life of the accountant. Damage done to vessel. That was one of the funniest fucking things ever. That was such a funny stream. Oh my god. Okay, what do we do for Origins? Okay, let's just load this up. Origins is such a difficult one for me to do these days. I think 2.5. Because think the thing that tipped me over for Origins was when I did that replay, the 100% replay. It made me realize how shallow the game is and how bad the world is and how much the side quest and side content just is so mind-numbingly boring. And that bothered me. It has cool concepts. It tries some things. Egypt is wonderful, but it just falls into linearity fails in all the linearity that makes AC work. Yes, I agree. I love the setting of Egypt. The gameplay is okay, but the combat is kind of dog shit. The main story is a broken mess, but I quite like the side stories. The one day is a joke. I have fun playing it, but I don't want to most days. I'd say 3. It's really hard to know how to rank this one. Yeah, it's weird because I feel like 2.5 is too low, but I feel like 3 is too high. So it's hard. Genuinely name one character from the Siren section. Yeah. Yeah, I think 3 is definitely too high, because that's a 6 out of 10. Which it's not. Well, you'll know it's an 8.8. Enzio. Oh yeah, true. He was from the Siren section. True. God. All of the RPG stuff doesn't hold up, and I don't like it. Parkour sucks. There is no parkour. It doesn't exist. Stealth is near enough not worth doing. You have to level up your hidden blade. It's fucking stupid. Combat is just shit Dark Souls. Bayek's character just doesn't really work, although Abubakar Lim is fantastic, so that like does bring it up, obviously. Aya sucks, she's annoying. Just shit brain character. Main antagonist comes out of nowhere, and I feel nothing for him. The lore doesn't make any sense, especially after Odyssey, because Hemu something should have happened when he held the apple, because obviously he's a descendant of Cassandra, who has a high concentration of festivity, and that's stupid. The modern day sucks. You got weird William Miles there. That's bad. Try to think of good things. Egypt looked cool. It's difficult for me because some of the stuff that I thought was good in 2017 isn't now, because I know what comes after. So I think about, I'm like, oh, those little messages you get in the first Civ tombs or first Civ like ruins inside of like pyramids and stuff, they were cool, but they're not, are they? Because nothing, it doesn't mean anything, doesn't go anywhere. I mean, I guess it kind of goes somewhere because you've got the I guess because of the reader in Valhalla, but like it's not that satisfying, so I just don't care. It doesn't evoke any sort of emotion in me. It means nothing. Zero, because there's no chariots in pyramids, and that doesn't make sense because the Egyptians didn't have chariots for like 1,000 years. Like, why the fuck did they choose to do that? No one stopped them. I would have stopped them. I will go back and stop them. Just an absolute 5 out of 10. Average performance makes the story, which would otherwise be really mid. Hidden Ones DLC is pretty good, but Pharaoh's DLC isn't, so I guess it balances. The Isu temples are quite cool too. Modern day for the first time. I think I give it a 2. Yeah, Hidden Ones is bad. I think Pharaoh's is actually better than Hidden Ones. It also has a Final Fantasy mission. That's true. That's in it. Combat is wank, yeah. Stealth is really boring because you have like 0 tools. Customization's pretty boring. Everything is stat-based. Dude, I'd rather play Unity than Origins. I would rather play Unity than Origins. I genuinely mean that. Like, if I had to pick which game I would rather boot up and play right now, Unity. I'd rather play Unity than Origins right now. I have no desire to ever touch Assassin's Creed Origins again in my life. The idea of that game is pure boredom. Just mind-numbing boredom. I think I give it 1.5. I genuinely think, and I think a lot of people have this idea in their mind of Origins, and it's because they didn't do what I did, which was attempting to do all of the side stuff in that stream. Once I did that, it was so unbelievably boring. I cannot imagine running across another fucking desert or a canyon or seeing another fort or another fucking aqueduct in fucking Cyrene or doing another bandit camp. Like, I just can't. Oh, another fucking crocodile cave. No. That's it. It gets 1.5 stars. I can't do this. I cannot do this with Origins. I didn't mean to click that. I cannot. I can't do it. I can't do it. Can't do it. I can't do it. Okay, this one will be easy. Wait, I can do all the DLC separately? I won't. Okay. October 5th, 2018. Yeah. Wait, no, I played that on Xbox One. Yeah. Can I go lower? I can't go lower, that's crazy. That was easy. And we have Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Okay. Half a star extra than... I'm struggling now. I hate this. Do you know how much I fucking hate this? Because I would rather play Valhalla than Origins as well. I genuinely would rather play Valhalla than Origins. Because I'm thinking about it and I'm like just wandering around, you know, the districts, the different areas of England were so much more interesting to me to go around than Egypt was. There's an element of social stealth, at least trying to recapture AC1's social stealth. You know what I mean? In that it's about how you move around guards' detection cones, which is, that's AC1. They haven't done it since AC1. Like, that's cool. But then of course, yes, you've got, yeah, and it's broken. Yeah, again, but I'm talking about attempt. But then you've got the drug trips and the shit that it makes me do in the drug trips. And there's that element to it. So it's like, you know? But then you've also got this stuff, like, I think to me, I find any amount of stuff that was potentially good in Origins to be so flat and shallow. To be fair, maybe part of why I dislike Origins even more is because I've since spoken with Darby about the original vision for it, and there's this, like, double annoyance that, like, the game ended up being what it is when it could have been so much better. But this game has authentic, just, like, genuine, you know, really nice Darby stuff in it. Like, yeah, the game is bogged down by a lot of shit, but there's some really authentic stuff in here that feels like it's really trying to have depth. It's just grasping at straws. I prefer this game to Origins. I genuinely think I prefer this game to Origins. I do. I just genuinely do. I think it's still a 1.5. But it's a 1.5. It's a high 1.5. Origins is a low 1.5. I put Origins at 1.5, didn't I? I genuinely, like, I think also for Valhalla, it's a better Viking game than Origins is a Medjay game. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy, like, if we're just going to talk about that aspect of it, like playing the game, I enjoy raiding a monastery as Eivor more than I enjoy helping someone's brother out of a bandit camp in Origins. You know what I mean? Like, just mechanically, I prefer playing Valhalla. What about when the one guy goes on fire? No. I guess it's also what the fuck is a Magi game? Well, yeah, exactly. But I think also Valhalla's longer, so it means there's more opportunity for it to do little bits of good, whereas Origins is 6 hours, which means that, like, it's not. But the thing is, Origins never does anything good. It always, the highest it ever goes is mediocre. It never goes above that, whereas Valhalla does. There are points of Valhalla that is genuinely good. Like, there are stuff in it that is genuinely good. I don't think Origins has anything that's genuinely good or great. It just doesn't. But Valhalla does. They might be fleeting and minuscule, but they exist. Origins, I think, never goes above just flat average. I can claim a pyramid. No, but that's what I mean. Origins is not 6 hours to 100%, but we're not talking about 100%ing. We're talking about how long is the main story. The main story of Origins is 6 hours. The main story of Valhalla is 100 hours. Like, if you're talking about all the side quests, then Valhalla's still longer, but, like, none of the side quests in Origins are better than the main story. They're all worse. So it doesn't even mean anything anyway. At least I don't think so. So, there you go. I don't know. Whereas, like Origins has 6 hours. Origins is 6 hours with 20 hours sporadically placed throughout it to lengthen it. Is what I'm like, because I'm not talking about the actual length of a first playthrough. I'm talking about the length in terms of the actual content of the game. Like, Origins is a 6-hour game with random 20-hour intervals just splitting it apart because you're level gated, whereas Valhalla actually has 100 hours of main story, is what I'm trying to say, which gives it more chance to do something good. So I think, yeah, screw it, let's go 1.5. Alright, there you go, I did it, that's it. That's Assassin's Creed done. I'm not doing the side games, because there's too many. I've already done Altair's Chronicles and Bloodlines. I've never played AC2 Discovery. I'm not doing Russia and India. I've already done Chronicles China. The only other thing I could do is Liberation. What about Chronicles Russia? Yeah, alright, let's do Liberation. And I'm not doing Freedom Cry just to wind people up. Okay, Assassin's Creed Liberation. January 14th, 2013. Okay. $1.5? It's quite boring, it's quite shallow, the game doesn't really have a lot to say for itself, it just is very baseline Assassin's Creed, although it's very irritating because you have the personas, and it's really annoying when it forces you to switch persona, and especially in the middle of a mission. It's really annoying doing that. Everything else is just a neutered AC3 Black Flag, mechanically. Yeah. I'll go with that. Freedom Cry... No, see, this is the thing. This is what I keep saying to everybody. Freedom Cry was only released as a standalone like a year or so later. It was a DLC for ages. Like, you had to own Black Flag to play the DLC Freedom Cry for a long time before they released it separately as a separate thing. So it is still a DLC. It was conceived as a DLC. It was made as a DLC. That was the point of it. It was to be a DLC. Yeah, you play as a different character, but it's still a DLC in the same way that, like, the Robin DLC for Arkham City is a DLC. It's not its own game. Even if it was released separately, it would still be a DLC for Arkham City that was released separately. That's a game too. Get the fuck out. I'm not talking about this. Right, let's move on. Or we could wrap up now, actually. Maybe we could call it a day now. We've been going for nearly 3 hours, and we've just gone through all the Assassin's Creeds. Maybe it's time to wrap up things. Need a website for this with a Doctor Who episodes. That would be fucking fun. Was there not a letterboxd for TV shows? There must be, right? Please clip your ranking. I can't. It would be bad. It would be wrong of me. I'd get people going, I thought you said you were done with AC, but now you're back with AC, aren't you, you fucking Islamophobe? And I'd have to deal with that. So, you know, that's a thing that would probably happen. But, you know, there's that. James, the water bills, true. Sensorized, solid 2 out of 5. Oh man, that'd be so fun to do the all the Doctor Who classic series, to like give them 1 out of 5 stars. That'd be actually so fucking fun. And not just the serials, but the individual episodes in the serials. So you have to rank like every episode of the War Games. It'd be so good. What does the Joel emote mean? I have no clue. Flash made me add it. Thank you, Celtic Assassin. I appreciate that. I want to shit on all of Matt Smith's episodes. That is so painful. Series 5 is good. Series 5 is good. Series 6 and 7? Yeah, fair enough. Series 5, though? Series 5's good. I like it. War Games Part 2 is the best part, where 2 shits and comes on the War Master. It was my favourite part. I read that like the War Master, like the War Doctor, instead of like the War Master, like the Master of War. Matt Smith's series is so bad. What? It's his best! You've got to be having me on. It's his best. It only goes downhill for Matt Smith. It's great. I mean, you didn't say it was his worst, you just said it was bad. But Series 5 is good. Series 5 is great. Series 6 is like, oh no, I don't know about this one. And Series 7 is just sucks. Nah, you're wrong. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Series 5 slaps. Series 5 slaps. I like Amy's arc. I think it's great. I think she got, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like, it makes sense to me. It's good. That's good. Clara is actually good. I like her. It's not a hot take. I think everyone agrees with you these days. It was only back in 2013, 2014. That's when everyone didn't like Clara. And it was like where she sexually assaults the Doctor. Yeah, but it's not it's not really that though, is it? Like, you know, she does take no for an answer, you know, eventually. But no, Clara's good. Clara is... She's not very good in Series 7B, but she's very good in Series 8 and 9. I think she's got a great arc. She's a great character. I think Clara's great. I think her arc is done very, very well, especially alongside the 12th Doctor's arc. I think it's all very good. I like that a lot. So, you know. She doesn't cheat on Rory that's her arc is coming to terms with the fact that she actually loves Rory and she doesn't love this imaginary friend that she's had in her head since she was a kid. You know? Like, she obviously gets a bit like, you know, she's getting conflicted. She's confused because she doesn't know what to do now that her imaginary friend came back and that she's actually, like, he's real and she really looked up to him. And she doesn't know what to do. And so that, you know, and then she eventually comes to terms with the fact that actually she knows she does love Rory. And that's it. Like, yeah, she does treat Rory like shit. But that's the point. Like, she's supposed to be, like, you're supposed to be like, at least I think you're supposed to be like, oh, this is wrong and I don't like that she's doing this. That's the point, right? Like, you're not supposed to be like, hell yeah, cheat on Rory. You're supposed to be like, what the fuck is going on? Like, it's bad and wrong, but then she comes around to it. At least it's not as bad as fucking Gwen from Torchwood. My goodness. Gwen from Torchwood, she keeps cheating on Reese continuously, and then the show never, ever confronts it. Never, at any point, does Torchwood confront the fact that Gwen has cheated on Reese at least 20 separate times. That was like genuinely, that is so bad. It's so fucking bad. Like the way Torch would handle, like, and they never address it. They never confront it. She never has to like come to terms with what she did. She's just very lucky that the person she cheated on her husband with dies, so she doesn't have to talk about it. But Jack doesn't die, and she did cheat on her husband with Jack a couple of times. Even on her wedding day, that happened. That was a thing. She did cheat on her husband with Jack on her wedding day. That's fucked. They never confront it. That's crazy. Yeah, they regret making that a thing because they never want to confront it. Like, and it's obvious because like Chibnall wrote series 1 and 2, and then you move on to, you know, where you've got Russell really taking the helm on Children of Earth, and then also being quite in charge for Miracle Day. And obviously it's a very different approach to writing the characters. But like, they're trying to just be like, just pretend she didn't, because it's too much to deal with. We're not gonna confront that. Let's just brush it under the rug. Just pretend it didn't happen. You kind of just have to get on board with it and be like, yeah, okay, she didn't do it. It's fine. Let's just pretend it didn't happen, because it's just way, like, how do you even redeem? That's like, it's actually irredeemable what she did. Like, we should not like Gwen as a character, but somehow we still do. It was, yeah. It was, yeah. Not, yeah. 11 rebooted the universe is a different Gwen. Doctor Who is just about the moral flaws of modern women. I do like how Miracle Day, Jack tries it out again out of desperation because all the people he loves are dead, and she hangs up on him. Good for her. She did it once. One time. I don't know if I'd say that was done particularly well. I don't know. I just don't think you can ever come back from that. It's so bad. Oh my god. The episode of Her, there's a bit with a construction worker, and in one scene, the parents are calling him out for kidnapping the children. Oh yeah, I remember this. And then at the end of the scene, they add a white extra before he goes, "What do you mean, people? What do you mean, you people?" Before they quickly add, "Oh, construction worker, obviously." Oh yeah, I remember that. I don't think that's that bad. Like, yeah, it's probably a bit dated, and you probably shouldn't do it. No, yeah, I agree. Actually, I do agree thinking about it, because the whole point is that it's a play on, you assume it's racism, and then it's not, and it's like, oh, it's not racism, but like, that's the joke. The joke is that you expected it to be racism, and it wasn't racism. But it still plays into racism. Yeah, I mean, not the worst thing ever, but yeah, I mean, yeah, not great, I guess. Jack being, oh my god, Jack being a transphobe. Oh my god, that was genuinely, that is one of the worst things. Oh my god. That is actually one of the worst fucking things. The fact that Jack is canonically a transphobe is so fucked. It's such a bad scene, dude. He's like talking about how, like, oh my, I can't believe that genuinely happened. And like, you know, I assume Chibnall wrote that, but like, Russell had to check that. Let me try find it. Let me try find that scene. Hold on. It's so bad. I can't find it. If you can find it, Jamie, send me the link, because I can't find it. Oh no, this is it. I found it. I think this is it. I'm pretty sure this is it, right? This one, right?
Jack Harkness. My guess is you're not from around these parts.
This is it,
Now
right?
This is incredible.
Is this it?
You know what it is?
It's a transporter.
It's a two-man He might be squids for all I know. A two-squid transporter. Room for one.
But I was.
Ah, no, this isn't it. This isn't it. I thought this was it. I remember him walking around that room, and I was like, "Oh, this must be it," but no, it's not.
You killed all those. I was such a bomb to get home. And you hated. Here became. That's what they.
Dude, this show is so fucking weird. No, I can't find it. This is so annoying. It's such a weird fucking scene. Where is it? No, I can't find it. Was it this? Was it season 1, episode 7? Oh, is this it? It's in that episode, but before? Oh. Oh, yes. Right. Yeah, this is it. This is it. Yeah. He's talking about, like, it's a story about one of his friends. Like, this friend who, like, went away and then came back. Or something. He's like, he starts acting a little strange. Suddenly, he disappears for a couple of months. Oh, yeah, this is the story. And we've got to start calling him Vanessa. Since then, I've always been a little nervous when a friend behaves out of character. Oh, my God, what? What the fuck? That's so fucked up. That's so fucking bad. Dude, that's so fucking bad. Jesus Christ. Especially in Doctor Who, which is Doctor Who is a progressive show. Like, that's mad that that's a thing that's in it. And, like, I mean, like, it's crazy that got through and nobody thought to change it. I mean, there's also obviously the fact that, like, it was 2006, right? Like, this wasn't such, like, a, obviously, you know, it was a different time. The fact that this got through isn't that shocking, but it is when you know that RTD was in charge of this, right? But, you know, just because you're gay and that's something that you've dealt with all your life and you understand that community doesn't mean you have your fucking blind spots where you make mistakes like that. But holy shit, like part of me wants to be like, well, he just missed this somehow. He greenlit the script without noticing, but I don't think that's the case. I think he just didn't. I don't know. I think this was clearly just like a product of the time that just somehow this got through. I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where, as things go on, you change and you look back and you're probably like, oh, that was that was just wrong to do that. Like, you got to assume that, right? I don't know who wrote it. It was season 1, episode 7, right? Torchwood, season 1, episode 7. Toby Whithouse wrote it. Is that Whithouse or Whitehouse? I mean, it must be Whithouse, right? Because there's no E in it, but he wrote a lot for Doctor Who. I remember, like, there was some episodes I literally watched the other day that he wrote for Doctor Who. He wrote School Reunion. He doesn't want everyone to be showrunner after Chibnall. No. Look, I'm sure he looks back and probably thinks, oh no, that was bad. Like, you've got to assume, right? You've got to assume the best. That he probably looks back at that and regrets writing that and like he's like, oh, that was so wrong. Like, you've got to assume that. He also wrote Vampires of Venice, The God Complex, A Town Called Mercy, Magician's Apprentice, Under the Lake, Before the Flood, Husbands of River Song, and The Lie of the Land. He wrote some good stuff. Like, School Reunion especially, great episode. But he also wrote some not so great ones too, like, you know. What was Lie of the Land again? What the fuck's Lie of the Land? Is that the one with the Ice Warriors? It's not, is it? Oh, that's the end of that 3-parter. Yeah. Not a great episode. Not a great one. There's some good parts of it, but the best parts of that 3-parter are the first 2 parts. The first 2 are good, I think, from memory. Last one's a bit... not that good, but... Yeah, I do think it's different to Little Britain because it wasn't trying to be edgy, offensive comedy. It was trying to be Doctor Who, and it just also happened to have transphobia in it. Not for, like, not to make a joke, which it doesn't make it better, but you know what I mean. Like, when you try to do edgy comedy, the point is you're trying to push the boundaries and offend people to get a laugh. Whereas in Doctor Who, it was just transphobic for no other reason than it just was. Like, it just was. Yeah, the Doctor weirdly regenerates. I hate what Moffat does with regeneration. He does it all the time. Like, the Doctor can just give regeneration energy, apparently. That's just apparently something he can do. Like, he does it with River, and then he does it with Davros. And it's like, well, that's just something you can do with no consequence. Why don't you do that all of the time? Should you not do that more if that's something you can do and there's no problems with it? Like, what? And, like, he's able to fake regeneration, apparently? Like, what? It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking stupid, man. But there is that. That is a thing that happens in Doctor Who, apparently. Except for when it's River, then there is a consequence. Oh yeah, because they needed to be like, well, why doesn't River have regenerations? Oh, it's because she gave them all to the Doctor to make him come back to life because he got poisoned by her and he couldn't regenerate. Also, he couldn't regenerate because he didn't have any left, canonically. Why did he think he could regenerate in that episode? That doesn't make sense. Like, that's a retcon that, again, fucked that story up, because in Let's Kill Hitler, he's like, oh, well, I'll just regenerate. And it's like, no, you won't, because you'll be dead, and you won't be able to regenerate because this thing is really bad. But then they continue on, and then they're like, oh, actually, the War Doctor exists, and so actually he has no regenerations left anyway. So why did he think he could regenerate in Let's Kill Hitler? Because he couldn't, and he should have known that he'd used them all up. So... yeah. Ten also gave away 10 years of his life in Age of Steel. Yeah, that's weird too. I also think Age of Steel, like, it is bad anyway. I don't think that's a very good story. I've always said that. I had this argument with White Light on Jazz Lounge. I also like how there's a limit to his age, but then not really. Like, it might cost him layers, but he can survive for millions of years and be totally fine. Can he? Can he, though? 10 years of life is returning on regeneration, though. I mean, it is better, but it's also, like, just a kind of, like, just a cheap, we can do this because we feel like it. Like, yeah, it is better. Like, I can conceptualize that it's not as bad, but still. Wait, how does he continue to regenerate that? I'm so confused considering I'm at the end of Season 5. Just wait. Just watch it. It'll be fine. Just wait and watch it. You'll see. You'll see how they do that. So there's that. Attack of the Grask. We should go onto the Doctor Who website and make some do Trailer Maker. Just scrolling back to see if I forgot anything. No, I thought I'd missed some stuff, but I think we're good. Oh no, spoilers! Mac, you've had it spoiled. Don't worry, it's okay. You'll forget. You're Mac. You'll forget. He died at a young age with the first Doctor because that body was old, but then with Capaldi he can spend millions of years trapped in a device. Then Smith can pawn off his years with life hacks. Yeah, but to be fair, he doesn't actually spend millions of years. Because he doesn't, because it's just like one day, and it's that one day over and over and over and over again. He's not actually getting older. Because he doesn't remember any of it. Like, he does say to Clara later how long he was trapped in the confession dial. But it's kind of a lie because he doesn't remember it. Right? Because it's that same day over and over again, and he has to keep working it out over and over and over again. And at the end of every one of those days, he punches the wall until he gets killed. And then gets respawned. So he doesn't actually live for millions of years. So I don't think the Doctor can do that. I think it's around like 500-ish years, right? Is how long they can, like how long a Time Lord's body lasts, around about, right? I mean, it's a bit different because you see when Matt Smith lives for that long. Well, Matt Smith lived for like 1,200 years or something stupid, didn't he? Matt Smith's Doctor. So maybe it's not 500 years. Maybe it's more like 1,500 years. I'm not sure. Talk about long form format. It's that or Dalek. What? Heaven Sent. Yeah. I love that episode. Great episode. Not like the best episode of what is traditionally Doctor Who because it's so different. But as a Doctor Who fan, the best episodes are usually ones that break the mold. Like Heaven Sent, or Turn Left, or Blink. Like those episodes that are just not your standard TARDIS lands, go on an adventure, defeat the bad guy, leave in the TARDIS sort of thing. But talking about the Doctor's age, I assume each body must last. It must be about 1,500 years, right? That's how long each body can sort of generally last before they expire, and they have to regenerate from old age, which would mean that a Time Lord can be 1,500 times 13, right? Which is like 20,000 years old, I suppose. But I think Rassilon's supposed to be thousands of years old. I mean, that makes sense. Especially because you'd assume Rassilon can just give himself more regenerations. But one died of old age like 450, wasn't he? He sure was. He sure was, so who knows? It's Doctor Who, it doesn't matter. Like, that's one of the things where it just doesn't matter, does it? Like, the show's 60 years old, like, let him be. Let him be. You know what I mean? They tried. I don't know if one didn't die just because of old age, did he? He died like because he exerted himself a bit too much, which is basically dying of old age, isn't it? Yeah. I guess he was like 450 or something. But he must, I don't know, like, it all works until Moffat fucked it over with Matt Smith being 1200 and something, like being Matt Smith for like 1200 years. He was old and frail and died of tired. Yeah, I think that is actually what happened with the first Doctor, wasn't it? Thinking about it. But the rest of his regenerations have all been... Yeah, the only 2 times he's ever regenerated because of old age was the first Doctor and the 11th Doctor. Which is quite meaningful, actually, isn't it? In the context that his first incarnation and last incarnation of that regeneration cycle both died because of the same thing, which was just being too old. Even though there's no consistency between what is too old in one body, I don't know. So, there's that. Now you're wrong. Am I? Why? War Doctor is the same. Oh, God, but that's even dumber because he's not too old, is he? Moffat, for God's sake, man. You break your own rules. Like, the War Doctor is like... He doesn't, like, he's like, oh, yes, wearing a bit thin. Hope I don't have fat ears this time. But he doesn't look super old. Whereas Matt Smith, when he regenerates, he looks really old. Does the first Doctor say wearing a bit thin? I don't remember that. Maybe he does. I don't remember that, though. I feel like I would have bat-chested at that. Because they weren't thinking of lore nerds nitpicking over things in the 1960s, so maybe they would have killed the first if they knew they'd had to. Yeah, but that's the thing. There were no problems with how old a Time Lord's body had to be until Moffat changed it. So you could have actually kept it intact and it would have been completely fine. Moffat just decided he didn't give a shit and changed it. Yes, the Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who stuff is as bad as people say. It is absolutely as bad as people say. Honestly, you probably can't fathom quite how bad it is, and then you watch it, and you're like, oh shit, this is worse than I thought it would be. That's how bad it is. Which obviously, not Jodie's fault. She's doing her best. Chibnall's fault. He deserves to be taken into the yard and shot in the back of the skull 3 times, just for good measure, to make sure he does not come back. That's a joke. He doesn't really. I don't actually want to kill the man, obviously. I just think his Doctor Who isn't very good. That was hyperbole. But it's bad. Yeah, it's... Yeah. He didn't do a lot of... So he doesn't regenerate. Exactly, so he doesn't regenerate. Yeah, he did series 11, 12, and then Flux. And Flux is only 6 episodes. And then he did 3 specials. Eve of the Daleks. The one with the Sea Guys. The Legend of the Sea Devils. And then Power of the Doctor, right? Yeah. So... is that there was a problem Moffat created, or just that no one considered it before him? Like, Moffat also fucked canon by allowing Time Lords to change genders when they regenerate, or is it just that no one thought of doing it before? Well, I think the difference is, if you establish something, like, yeah, we'd never seen a Time Lord regenerate into, like, to change sex when they regenerated. But it's not impossible that it could have happened. We've never seen anything contradictory to that fact, so yeah, you can just do it if you want to. Whereas with the age thing, it's like we had literally seen the first Doctor die of old age, so that was set in stone. To go against that is like contradicting a thing that is there, like it's observable, like, and also we know the basic age that the Doctor was at the time, like he was like 450, so it's like that is then, right, so 450 is the age that their bodies usually wear out. So when Moffat changes that, it's like that's a direct contradiction to a thing we have observed before, whereas the Doctor or, you know, the Master changing their sex is like, yeah, we've never seen it before, but we've never not seen it before. Like, no one's ever said out loud Time Lords cannot change sex, so it can happen. Whereas if that had been set in stone before, then yeah, it would be more difficult to write around, I would think. But you could probably still do it. You could probably still write around it. River greater than Amy on the hotness scale. You're so gay, man. You're so gay. Not derogatory. This I meant that in a positive way. Did you ever Moffat's Children Need Special in the 90s? Yes. It's so it's genuinely like so bad. Like he wrote in like the female doctor, like, but it was a joke, like it's an epic joke because it's like, haha, the doctor being a woman. They make epic joke about her have boob. Yeah. I don't think it was meant to be about the Doctor as a character, though. It was a meta commentary on William Hartnell being too old to keep playing the character. Yeah. I don't think it's law-breaking, since there are a bunch of reasons you can make up, like, the first Doctor was a couple thousand years old. Yeah, but he wasn't, though. And, like... Yeah, you could say, like, oh, it wasn't actually old age. But, like, it was, though. I don't know. No, yeah, she is good. As the Doctor, even though it was written as a joke, yeah, for sure, I think so. I liked her presence, like, in that special. It's funny. Not funny. Good, I meant. The thing is meant to be funny. It's not. I mean, some of it's funny. If I made 1 and 2 colorblind, it's my funniest bit of lore. Wait, did he really? It takes the Donna spending 10 hours on the toilet. Yeah, true. Just when it's on screen. Yeah, it's very funny that we established that Donna spends 10 hours on the toilet and the Doctor spent 10 hours sitting in a cupboard in Partners in Crime. That's a thing that happened. He points at belly laughs. He's like, what is she doing there? Oh my god. The Reverend Doctor thing always confused me because of that last episode with Capaldi. The way I understood it, I swear it contradicts the library episode. It does a little bit, right? Like, I think it's like... Yeah, it does a little bit, because River says, like, I think what I always pictured with River Song and, Mac, just mute for, like, a minute. Just mute for, like, just go to the bathroom, 60 seconds, I'll be done. I always expected what River meant was that it was like a way future Doctor, not the next Doctor. I always imagined it was like one way down the line sort of thing, not literally the next one. And James will dab when you can unmute. Fuck you. But it's not that, and it's a bit weird. And she does say, like, oh, like, you know, he came to me with a new haircut and a suit, and he gave me a screwdriver. And it's not quite that. Like, it's not what she says is not what happens, but it's close enough. It means the same thing, like, emotionally, so I let it slide, even if it does feel a bit weird. But I always did feel like, because she says to him, she's like, oh my god, your eyes, you're so young. But then it's like... 3 days later is when he meets her for the first time as Matt Smith. So it's like, was that also super young? I guess it was. Like, I guess it was. Except the timeline right by making River meet 14 at the end of her timeline. Dude, that'd be fucking funny. That'd be genuinely funny. That would be really funny. Because it would be like, it would be even funnier when she like, when she talks about it. And she like, I'm just like thinking about that concept. It would genuinely be funny. Oh man. I'm really looking forward though to see how they write, how the 14th Doctor's written. I hope that it's not like just 10 again, which I've got to assume it won't be. Like, I don't just want to see it feel like 10. I want it to feel like 14. I want it to feel like this Doctor has been through so much since he was last David Tennant. He's gotta like, there's gotta be some way you can see that in the way that he performs. Like, obviously his mannerism stuff is gonna be David Tennant again, obviously. But I really hope there are some very obvious things where we can feel this, like, vast difference in experience that makes it feel like he's been through, like, you know, so long. Like, he's over 2,000 years old at this point. Like, so different from when he was 10, and he was only 10 for a couple of years. Like, it's the Doctor that had the least time, like, which is also what's so meaningful about, like, the whole him being attached to that face, which is like the ironic part about it. But like, you know, the Doctor, like, this was a face that the Doctor didn't have for that long. It was literally like 4 years. 4-5 years. That's how long he was David Tennant for in canon. Whereas every other Doctor's had, like, you know, tens of years to hundreds of years. As each incarnation. Which I think is doubly funny, but also interesting as to how they're gonna, like, deal with him having that face back again. Will be a retread if they focus on his vanity again, because Tennant is much older, but the Doctor is also reusing an old face. Yeah, true. When is it back? This year's not been announced. It's back. Well, it's back for the 60th at the end of the year. They haven't announced the exact date. Someone tell Mackie can unmute. So it's like, what the fuck was I just saying? I just completely blanked my head. You have to dab. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm gonna fuck it. I'll reply to it myself. Honestly, the fact that 10 is canonically an incarnation that lasts for less than 10 years, while 11 and 12 last for centuries at minimum, is a joke. You could have said that 10 had centuries of adventures between Journey's End and the end of time, no problem, but you just didn't. Yeah, I guess so, but I also think it's good. I quite like that. I think it's quite ironic that the face that he was the most attached to and the most, you know, vain with, and the most, you know, the vanity was the biggest problem with, is the face that he had for the least amount of time. I quite like that. I don't think you can delete my messages. Try. I don't think you can. It's also funny that 10 regenerated twice. No, you can't. Yeah, true. Pertwee used to show it off as a party trick. What, his penis? Like Captain Jack, I mean, not Captain Jack, John Barrowman, or like in a good way. Can you show off your penis in a good way? I don't know. Are we gonna cancel John Pertwee now? Yeah, because it was so big. Oh my god, guys, I think we need to cancel. I think we need to cancel the third Doctor. Why doesn't the Doctor always cut his hand off to keep in the TARDIS now by default in case he really likes that phase? That's true. Why doesn't he do that? The ad where Pertwee just tells a woman to show us your tits is so funny. Oh yeah, I remember that. I feel like people asked to see it because it was a legend. Okay, that's better. As long as they asked, you know. As long as he didn't just whip it out for his co-workers or something, you know. Like he's just like, hey, Elizabeth Sladen, look at this, and then just whipped it out, you know. As long as that wasn't the case, you know. I feel like at the end of the specials, 14 will be happy to go as a closure to 10 not wanting to go. God, I swear to God, if 14's last words are "I'm ready to go" or words to that effect, I will smash my television and never watch Doctor Who again. I seriously will not. If that is what happens, it won't be because that's insane. But if that's what happens, like I've seen people speculate that on Twitter, and I'm like, if that happens, I cannot tell you what I will do. Absolute, just the worst things, atrocities I will commit. No, that's not happening. That if that happens, I will cry real tears. It'd be so bad. But yeah, no, it's, I think like there's not like, there are certain references that I'm like happy with and I'm good with. Like you've got when Jodie regenerated into Tennant, you know, and you've got the, you know, the 3 watts and the, oh, I know these teeth. Like, that's funny. Like, that's fun. That's a bit of fun. I feel like that's, you know, I feel like RTD knows when to make a reference and when not to. And I think an emotional crescendo of a character, like going out with a regeneration, for him to just say the opposite of "I don't want to go" will be the most cringe thing in the world. There's no way that can be what happens. There's just no way. But I also don't know what the 14th Doctor will say. I mean, maybe the 14th Doctor could go out completely unceremoniously, like there is no last words, because you see, like in the trailer, like you see Shruti wearing the 14th Doctor's clothes, like where he says like, will someone tell me what's going on here or whatever, and it's like that feels like it just came out of nowhere, like he just popped up out of nowhere. But then we don't really know how it's going to play into the story. That might not even be the regeneration moment, like at the actual closing of the episode. That could be like midway through the specials where something happens. We don't know how these are going to play out, or you know, to what capacity you're going to have multiple Doctors potentially, whether 14, 15 and other, like we don't know how it's going to happen. So Eccleston once dated a girl named Rebecca during his days at the London School of Speech and Drama, who noted his cock was as skinny as like a cocktail stick. What? Oh my god. I do wonder whether we're gonna see David Tennant for like all of the specials, or whether something might happen. Like, who know? Like, we don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, who knows what's really gonna happen with these? Because we just don't really know. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see, like, what route they go down with this. But, you know, regardless, I'm excited. But I'm excited more for Series 14 than for the 60th. I'm more excited to see Shruti in that whole series, like a full series of Doctor Who, in, you know, next year. And, well, supposedly it's going to be spring, so that'll be fine. I know I'm just ignoring Jamie at this point. I can't do it. I don't need this. I don't know anything about the Doctor's penis. I don't need this. This isn't even real. Where are you getting this from? There's no way that Paul McGann's girlfriend has publicly stated that his penis was compared to a Cumberland sausage. There's no way that's real. This isn't true. You're making this up. A fourth special. Well, technically, there is a fourth special, isn't there? Because it'll be Christmas. So we've got the 360th episodes. And then the next episode will be Christmas Day. And then the next episode after that will be spring, when they start the Series 14, which is just 8 episodes, right? Christmas of Series 14, though. I mean, yeah, but it's still a special. Like... There's Google groups from 2006 he's getting these claims from. Oh my god. Jesus. The real question is, did the Doctor's cock change size every regeneration? And if so, what do you reckon 10-2's reaction is to his new set? I mean, it's got to be the same, right? It's the same. But also, he's part Doctor, part Donna. So does something about that change? You know? What else changes in his body if he's part Donna? Like, who knows? All I'm saying is, for the Doctor, you know, for that, at least that version, maybe 13 isn't the first time. You know? Maybe. Who knows? Is he still part Donna? That version is, yeah. Which is fucking funny. Because that means that Rose is living in a parallel universe with the Doctor, who also just talks like Catherine Tate. Which is really funny. And I like that. I like that a lot. That's very good. But what I also think is kind of cool, though, because Donna is also, like, in a lot of ways, kind of similar to the way that the Ninth Doctor was. So it's like, Rose is living in a parallel universe with the 10th Doctor, who also feels a little bit like the Ninth Doctor too. This one I actually know as a rumor/fact that part of Pertwee's pie trick was that his cock was so large he could suck. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I can't do this. We need to end the stream. This is going off the rails. Jesus. This is... This is too much. Wait, what was that new donation sound that I was going to use from Tyler? What was it? From Clubhouse. What was that? What was that donation sound that I was going to use? What did he say in that episode? Because I never took it and did it, but what was it? Oh, I don't remember. Does anyone remember? Because I don't remember. Sorry, I'm just pulling over my browser onto the right page. God, Jesus Christ. What? Yeah, I mean, at least you tried to revive your cactus. Anyway, I am gonna call it a day, I think. Because I'm just really ready to end the stream. I have some things coming up. I got a Resident Evil video in the works. Go check out my Bolt video if you haven't already. I'd really appreciate any support you can give on it, because I loved making it and I loved that video, and I would love for you to show it some love too. So allow me to just post it in chat. If you've not got anything else to do, watch this Bolt video right here. It's a great video, I think, personally. So tell us which Doctor's cock you'd most like to see first. David Tennant's. That was a bit too quick. Anyway, got no links in chat, sorry. Give the video a watch. I got some more stuff coming up. I've got a very good Jazz Lounge episode coming out soon. Which will be a ton of fun. I mean, I could say what the Jazz Lounge is, who the guest is. I can say that because I've got it now. It's Philip Shapaz, the voice actor of He played Altair in the very first Assassin's Creed. He's on the next episode of Jazz Lounge, which will be out in the next week or so. Probably the next week. I want to get it out soon. So that'll be there. That's obviously, you know, Patreon. So if you want to get in on that, you want to listen to that episode, that's on Patreon. So that's cool. But yeah, wait, the one you asked to voice Revelations, did you bring that up? What? Oh, you mean I sent him no, I didn't bring it up. I just don't think he uses that. Like, I don't think his agent or anything, like, uses that account. Because obviously he has an agent. So, you sent an email to his agent, I think. I don't remember. But, yeah, we didn't talk about that. We never came up, so he obviously didn't think about it. And I didn't even think about it, actually. Until you just said that now. But I did do that. Did you tell him that you like AC? No, I told him the opposite. Yeah, so that was a good episode. It was a really good podcast. So I'm excited to put that up on Patreon. It's gonna be fun. We had such a good chat. It was like an hour and a half. We talked about a ton of different stuff. It got personal. There was a lot of cool little, like, you know, bits in there. He's a very passionate guy. It was really nice to just chat with him and just get to know him a bit. Obviously, we talked about Assassin's Creed a bit, but most of it wasn't, I'll be honest with you. Assassin's Creed talk was... Actually, no, I'm trying to sell this on. We talked about Assassin's Creed the whole time. So if you want to listen to him talk about Assassin's Creed and us talk about Assassin's Creed, we also ranked all the Ezio robes. So enjoy that. It's great. Great podcast. Love it. Did you ask him how he felt now that his successor became a rapper? He is now the new favorite Altair again. What are you talking about? Oh, I thought you meant successor. I thought you meant Ezio, and I was like, when did Roger Craig Smith rap? I don't know what you're talking about, and I realize now what you're actually saying. I did bring that up very vaguely, to say that I actually did bring that up. Yeah, I did bring that up actually, to say that, you know, if Ubisoft ever need an Altair, they don't have their go-to anymore because he did bad things. So actually, it's good for Philip. I said words to that effect, I think. Look, I don't know. It's fine. That's fun. Anyway, go watch my Bolt video. Go watch my new stuff. It's coming out soon and whatnot. And this coming week, I will probably stream something. We'll see. What's his favorite movie? Is it The Lighthouse? No, but he did say, we did talk about films because he said, oh shit, what was it? Which movie was it? No, actually, you have to listen to the episode because he talks about the movie that inspired him and really inspired him to really get into the acting world. You have to listen to the episode. I'm not going to fucking say all this for you. Okay, cool. That's it for this stream. I'll see you all soon. Enjoy your rest of your evening or morning or night or whatever. I'm obviously going to listen to the episode. Yeah, I know, but I don't want to say it for everybody else listening because they won't then. Maybe. No, they still will. I don't know. Yes. We will do some more of this soon, and I'll try and stream a game sometime soon, hopefully. But go watch my Bolt video. If you've already seen it, go watch it again. Watch it twice. Give it a like on your alts, all that good stuff, because I really appreciate it. Anyway, see you later, everybody. Bye.